I welcome you guys all today. I understand every single day. Once again, I make sure to come to my nice, beautiful public speaking performance every single day because I do one every single 1 hour of the day. I understand that every single day I'm always focusing on myself to make sure that I have something very appropriate to say every single day. So it may be whatever time it is right now. I understand it's 7:15, but guess what? I have another 51 minutes until sunset. And it means that I can come here and nicely and professionally develop my communication for 51 minutes before I go to Marketplace Post Office and continue my video if I need to. I understand the whole point here is that I come here every single day and just do it for 1 hour. I mean, just be in front of a crowd for 1 hour because I need to always make sure that I do that nice, beautiful public speaking performance in front of people so that I can come and do my YouTube channel every single day without you or with you. I understand that what's important is doing my YouTube channel every single day. I have to be making sure that I'm always doing 1 hour a day on YouTube, so come and check it out on my nice, beautiful Instagram and YouTube channel every single day. I have over 600 hours of video content. You can take a photo. I understand that what's important is I have a business card here as well. I understand that what's important is every day I make sure I'm always developing that communication skill. So that music that you just listened to just recently is my music. So I'm a nice, beautiful music producer as well. I understand that no matter what, that I'm always making sure that I come here regardless. So it's really understand this. I understand it's cloudy today. I understand just yesterday I was doing my nice, beautiful public speaking performance for about 20 minutes and then it started to rain. I understand either way that I went to Marketplace Post Office and I sat there and I continued my nice, beautiful video so I can go and do my work. I understand that sometimes rain's going to hail and there's going to be a storm. But guess what? I mean, don't stop your work. I mean, don't stop doing what you love to do because of the rain outside and because of the storms outside and because of the weather. I mean, I still come here even though it may rain. I don't know. But I come here anyway because I understand that if it rains, I'll pack up and I'll just walk 20 meters over there and I'll do it over there. I mean, that's the whole point because guess what? I'm a risk taker in Jesus Christ. I understand that when I go and really develop my communication skill every single day, I understand that what's important every single day is to do that. I understand when you just do your communicational skill every single day in front of people, regardless of how many people there are. I don't care how many people there are today. I just care about I doing my work on YouTube today. I just care about making sure that 1 hour of my beautiful performance comes up on YouTube today so that I can do my work. I realize that's very important. I realize when you have a 9-to-5 job, I realize maybe you might love your 9-to-5 job, but I don't love the 9-to-5 job. I love 24/7 work. I love to work 24/7. I'm an entrepreneur who works 160 hours per week. I understand either way, I'm always working. I'm always working. I understand there's around 167 hours per week, but guess what? I understand that no matter what happens, I'm always making sure I level myself up daily and I come here and do my nice, beautiful public speaking performance regardless. I understand even if it rains, I'm still doing my beautiful life coaching videos at Marketplace at the post office over there because I understand that there is no rain and I still get to do my actual beautiful work every single day because that's what I do all the time. But I understand now because I have a beautiful investment of a nice, beautiful portable speaker that is 160 watt speaker. I understand this time I get some beautiful colors and I understand this time I'm ready to do my work even better. Because now I understand I just give another $130 in terms of another $430 and I get myself a second one like this and the same one so that I can connect them together and make a dual combo. I understand when I have two of these babies together, I understand my music will pump, I realize my music will pump even more and you'll be able to hear me even better over there, which is 100 meters over there. Because that's the whole point. I understand when I go to Pitt Street or I go to the Opera House on New Year's Eve, in terms of New Year's Eve, I understand that recently, you must understand that there's only one day until New Year's, but today is already my New Year's resolution and my New Year's revolution. I understand every single day I'm making new goals. I'm making and doing something very new every single day because I have to be able to understand how I communicate daily with myself. So I have to make sure that I'm always on top of my communication daily because when you're on top of your communication, you're on top of the world, my friend. I understand every single day that communication is very key to solving equations. And what kind of equations? I mean mathematical equations and the times tables and everything about life. I mean life is mathematical, but understand when you go and really boost your nice beautiful communication skills every single day, I understand that what's important is make sure if you have to burp, you don't really burp on the nice beautiful microphone and make that sound, but make sure you do it silently because it's much more appropriate. I mean, how would you like me fighting on the nice beautiful microphone now? I mean, you wouldn't like that. But guess what? I realize that's because I'm professional. I never do that. Understand that you must be professional. You must look professional. Or else if you want somebody to give you an opportunity and you're homeless and you're on the street all the time and you're sleeping on the street and you actually get yourself a bed so that you can sleep on the street, I mean, you're staying there, mate. I mean, please, if you end up on the street like I was before, understand I went to the street to sleep on the street because I didn't have $10 to give for accommodation. And they didn't want to let me in to sleep one night because of $10. I mean, that's why. I mean, that's the kind of humanity we have today. But guess what? I understand either way, I slept next to a backyard somewhere for about 8 hours. And I understand that when I receive something, I understand I receive my pay in my eye. I understand I realize my pay, right now I'm giving you payments. I have the pay of giving you nice, beautiful wisdom every single day, and courage and solutions, because I'm a solutionist who understands your problems. I understand your problems. I understand where you are coming from every single day. But you have to check out my Instagram and YouTube channel so that you understand what a man is. I mean, when you understand what a man is, you understand to check me out, because that's what a man does. I promise you, a man gets up on a nice, beautiful public speaking microphone and I realize they start to help people. I mean, do you understand? I realize either way, you must understand a beautiful woman or a man must help people. I understand that's what is very important. I realize if you doubt me, I realize it's because you doubt yourself. I realize I never doubt you because I never doubt myself. I understand when I doubt you, I understand then I have to lift you. I understand that's the whole point of conditional, unconditional mindset. I promise you, when you go unconditional every single day, you're going to do whatever it takes to make sure that you lift people. I understand when you lift people every single day, you do your best. You'll be the best. You work your best today. You make sure you create a video for yourself. I mean, put your face and your beautiful face on video. And if you're not confident to do that, then my friend, you'll never be anybody. I mean, do you understand? I mean, I don't care what you think about that. But understand what's important is your face. And you putting your face in a nice, beautiful audio and writing and video work today is something incredible. So make sure you understand that when you do that, you will help somebody. But make sure you understand that when you do that 1 billion times, you will love thyself even more. You love yourself even more when you love yourself to understand what you're drinking every day and what you're eating and who your parents are and who you are. I understand that no matter what you're doing every single day, you must understand that courage is key, and the solution to your life every single day is understand to never be homeless. I understand that if you want to be anything in life, you get yourself out of the streets, because I deserve you in terms of life to understand that you must deserve yourself even more. You must understand that I deserve that you have something better in life. I want you to have something better than me in life. I want you to understand that no matter what, that you go and really encourage yourself today to make sure you have a better life for yourself, because I don't want you to be sleeping on the street. I don't want you to be on the I don't want you to be on the street. I deserve something greater than that. I deserve to make sure that everybody gets some information today so that nobody is on the street. Because those who are on the street sleeping are ones who don't understand how to grow. And they don't see how to grow. And they are unaware about the world around them. I'm never unaware about the world around me because I stay ahead of the time. I stay ahead of everybody because I have the information, because I have mentors, because I have Jesus. I realize because I have Jesus and because I have mentors, I understand that what's important is making a great mindset for yourself every single day so that you can go and encourage people and love your life. I understand when you love your life every single day, you're going to really improve upon what you are doing every single day, and making sure that anyway that you will come and do your work every single day, because that's the whole integrity of your point. I understand that when you make a nice, beautiful point every single day, I mean, understand that no matter what speaker you get today, I mean, understand that you just get 2 microphones and it will connect to any speaker. I mean, any speaker will connect to 2 microphones. I mean, understand that no matter what, you get yourself a speaker that has a guitar input and a microphone input, because sometimes we love to play instruments too. I mean, otherwise, make sure that you understand that you're growing anyway. I mean, make sure you're giving those ideas daily, because I love to give ideas. I love to understand that I can come here to Martin Place every single day and pump my music 20 meters in terms of 20 minutes to get here from my beautiful accommodation at Q Space Hotel in Chinatown is my accommodation. I understand either way, I'll walk here 20 meters in terms of 20 meters, in terms of 20 minutes. I understand either way, I'm pumping my music. I understand everybody's looking at me because I want to be a star. I want to be famous. I want to be someone great. I want to have a better life than you and everybody. I promise you, I deserve that. You deserve that. I promise you, everybody deserves to have a greater life and to want something more for themselves. I understand when you want something more, you will give a performance. And now understand, I just wrote in my journal just recently. I understand I must give more performances in terms of live performances so that I can do more live performances. I understand, then I wrote in my journal here. I say, because I do my nice, beautiful live performances, I understand that I'm above the crowd because most of the crowd doesn't know how to do a performance. I understand either way, I know my eye though. I understand that I don't know how to do a performance, but I know my eye. I understand though that the crowd will understand that when I give a performance, they will love me because I keep doing it over and over again, and I keep learning about the crowd over and over again. And that's why I keep doing a live performance, because it's better to do this than sit on the home it's better to do this than to sit at home in your couch with your mum and dad or your daughter and sister or whatever and do nothing. Do you understand? So I'd rather do this because I understand that what's important is do a live performance so that you understand that you be famous, baby. Because you have to be famous. I understand that no matter what you're doing every single day, you must understand that communication is key to what you need in life. Every single day, you must understand if you want anything in life, you be the best version of yourself every single day, because I mean it. I mean it right now, that no matter what you're going to do, no matter what you're going to do, I understand that no matter what you're going to do, you're going to grow up today. You're going to make sure you're going to give your ideas. I understand I'm giving many of them in my YouTube channel every single day. I have a business card, I have my YouTube channel, I have my Instagram. I understand that's what you need to succeed every single day. I understand I'm always successful because I understand how to read. I understand I have mentors. I understand I love my life. I understand I'm grateful for my life every single day, because what's important is loving yourself every single day. I thank you, sir. I understand that what's important is make sure that what you need is say I thank you when people signal you the good mark or something like that, or give you a compliment. You say I thank you, sir. I thank you, madam. I thank you, woman. I thank you, man. You can say thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I thank you, bro. I thank you, cousin. I thank you, sister. I thank you, daughter. I thank you, brother. Do you understand? Either way, understand to really use all the words. I understand that no matter what, that just recently, I want to just understand this, that I just recently wrote that I'll just be a rapper. I'll just be a rapper as my DJ name. And that's that. Or as a music producer. But then I said, why? I want to create music in all genres. I don't want to just do rap music. I don't want to just make trap music and dubstep music and do rap. I understand I can make beautiful tracks in that. I can make beautiful rapping style. I can do beautiful rapping styles in terms of mid-style, in terms of occasions where you grow. I understand that no matter what, that when I grow, I'm never a mid-style, but I grow anyway. I'm always growing the only way. I'm always making sure that anything that's a mid-style is not even a word, because it's something made up, but it's something that's a word also. I understand I'm always making sure I go and really, really dwell in myself, because when I go in myself, I look at one individual in the planet and I say I. That's the only aspect of life I look at, and it's that little tiny I, which is I love you. I understand that's where I live. I live in that I. That's my home. That's where I'm always doing something very important in that I, because I understand that when I come here and I do my nice, beautiful public speaking performance and it rains, I just pack up really quickly and I go. But at least I came here. At least I show up. I show up for success, baby, because I understand that no matter what, that if you want to succeed, you will understand that 50% of the occasion is just show up and 50% is do it. Do you understand? So either way, understand that no matter what you're doing, you must give 100% out of 100%, and you must understand that no matter what, that when you do that, you look at yourself and you say, I love you every single day to yourself, and understand that no matter what, that when you feed animals, and when you understand that animals, for example, I have a nice beautiful cat that just came into my home. I understand that no matter what, I'm always with this cat, because I understand this cat is now always coming into my nice beautiful accommodation. Regardless of what I say, the cat wants to be with me. I open the door and the cat just goes in. It doesn't ask me questions. It doesn't ask me, can I go in? It just goes in, man. Do you understand? It just goes in. That's what I need in terms of a woman who just comes in. Understand, that's what you need. But understand that what you really need is, I don't need a woman. I don't need a man. I don't need other people. But understand that if somebody walks into your life like that cat, keep him, because there's something very precious. Imagine a woman or a man just come into your house and they knock. They don't even knock. Let's just say they're your friend or something like that. You just met them. And they come into your house and they sit on the couch with you. You just met them 1 second ago. That's how it feels with the cat. The cat doesn't care. The cat will just walk into your house. Do you understand? It just owns you. It just wants to be with you. I mean, do you understand? But if a man, or like a homeless man or homeless woman or somebody you never met, comes into your house like that, cat, I mean, you understand that you'll be calling the police or something. I mean, either way, I understand that it's really nice that you let them in anyway. I mean, let them in. I mean, don't deny that somebody walks in your house. I mean, either way, what's important is understand this cat is like something amazing, because this cat will just walk into your house without questions. I mean, it just demands to be with you. I mean, you can kick it out totally. I mean, you can kick it out. You understand that you can kick the cat out, you can kick the dog out. I mean, they're just very small creatures, but are they really? I mean, are they really small? I understand, although, that I can overpower it. I understand either way that what's important is understand that it's something beautiful when a cat or a non-human animal, like a lion, just wants to sit with you. I mean, imagine a lion or a tiger or a gorilla just wants to be with you. I mean, just follows you everywhere. I mean, imagine that. I mean, imagine a T-Rex or something like that, like a dinosaur, just walks into your house and just wants to be with you and just likes to lick you and all that. I mean, that's nice and beautiful. I understand those dinosaurs with the huge teeth, but they just want to lick you. I mean, I understand that's something cool, isn't it? I understand either way that when I really, really dwell in a better way, I understand I really go and find that smart behavior. I understand that smart behavior is what you need, because that's the rich lifestyle. I understand poor habits. I say Happy New Year and Christmas Eve, and I also wish you a Happy Christmas as well. I thank you, and Happy New Year is Eve. I thank you. I understand that no matter what, that what's important is understand that this time, in terms of this year and every single year, you must understand that no matter what you're doing, you must be traveling more and more. You must be understanding that you must live alone, and you must be coming towards a vegan lifestyle every single day. You must understand the vegan lifestyle. You must stay away from processed food. You must stay away from the soft drinks and the white sugar. You must stay away from it. You must stay away from animal butter, because it's no good. I understand you must stay away from cake and all these donuts and all this ice cream. I understand it's no good. I understand stay away from the drugs, guys, and understand this. I understand no matter what, everybody's my cousin. I understand just stay away from the drugs and stay away from the brothers and sisters of other people. I mean, be with yourself. I understand my brothers and sisters are walking away from me now. I'm alone. I'm alone, but I have to be alone to be a great legacy. I have to be alone. I don't want to be with other people. I am privileged in terms of my life to have my eye. I understand. I love other people just walking by and saying hello, but I don't want them to come with me anywhere. I mean, I don't want to hold their hand with me. I don't want you to come with me, so I'll hold your hand. I mean, I want you away from me, because imagine this. I mean, if you have a father or biological mother, for example, I don't want you to be with them. I want you to leave them. So what does your parents say? Or does my biological dad and your parents say, go? I mean, go. I mean, where go? I mean, go. I mean, that way. I mean, get away from me. I understand my biological dad goes, go. I mean, go. I mean, G-O. I mean, go. I mean, can I go, Dad? I mean, he says, go. I mean, do you understand? I mean, he misses the eye completely. I mean, he doesn't say, I need you to go. I mean, he just say, go. I mean, that's not how you say it. I mean, understand that either way, that what's important is when you understand my biological dad, I understand that he loves me so much that he kills himself. I mean, he kills himself, and he loves him so much to say, I realize he loves me so much to say that he doesn't say I love you. I say I love you. I say I love you, but he does not say that. And I realize he doesn't say those words. I realize he doesn't live by the remark, I love you. And now he does to a certain extent, but understand he doesn't do it often. I realize he's worse than yesterday as an individual. I mean, how is he worse than yesterday? I mean, he's a smoker, and realize this, that he grew up as a non-smoker. So why would you become a smoker when you are a non-smoker in the first place? I mean, understand, why would you drink alcohol when you were raised from a certain age to never drink alcohol in the first place? I understand it's very important to do so every single day. I understand I have a friend over here coming to check me out. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm not bad. How you going?
I'm very good. Do you have a question? Me? I remember you, man.
Yeah, I remember you too.
I understand.
Hi.
I love you too. I mean, how are you?
I'm good.
I understand you have a question. I understand I have an audience every single day over here.
But you're just talking to your phone.
I understand, but then I upload it online and then I have an audience.
How many followers you got?
I have 22 followers on YouTube right now. But I understand that what's important is...
I got 100.
I understand, that's great. I mean, that's great. But what's important is I do this video because I want to improve. But then look at Jesus Christ. I mean, Jesus Christ's legacy is over how old?
Fucking long time, mate.
I mean, a long time. So that video is going to be that long in terms of Jesus Christ as well.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why I'm doing this video, because it will be here for billions of years and helping people. I mean, that's why I have an audience.
Mate, I reckon one day you're going to get... One of your videos is going to pop off, get lots of subscribers, views. Make 10-minute long videos, bro, you get paid for them.
I never make 10-minute videos. I used to. I make 1 hour videos now. I used to make 1 minute videos. I used to make one video. I used to make little 1 minute snippets with Snapchat. I understand. I download the Snapchat video and I connect them together into 1 hour and I post them on YouTube into episodes.
Good on you.
I mean, that's how I build my confidence.
Good. That's how you make your money.
I mean, when you make your money, you have to hold the microphone like this. I mean, like this. You have to hold your microphone like this, brother. Because when you're doing like this...
Mate, that's like me touching, like, I don't know, fucking rock.
Yeah, you have to touch your skin when you're speaking.
That's fucking gay.
I mean, it's not gay when you're touching your skin.
Bye.
I mean, I thank you very much. I thank you. I love you. I understand that no matter what, that what's important is realize that every single day you must be understanding that no matter what you're doing every single day, you make sure that your communication skills, in terms of your communicational skills, is something that you'll never regret. Because I don't want you to be on the bed in 70 years of age or 60 years of age or 50 years of age and saying that somebody else has a better life than you. I don't want you to be like that, man. I understand that no matter what, sisters and brothers, I understand that what's important is make sure that your life is great today. I understand when you have a great life every single day, you're going to be making sure that whatever you want, you can get. You can get it right now, you can get it tomorrow, you can only get it now. I understand that tomorrow is now, so realize that no matter what, that the only time to get anything is get yourself money in terms of wisdom, and understand to invest all the plastic money into wisdom as you can. I mean, invest money in terms of plastic and get the wisdom that you need. And understand that no matter what, I have the wisdom for you right now. I have 600 hours of video content on my Nice Build for YouTube right now that you can come and dwell upon, and it's going to motivate you for the rest of your life. I understand that no matter what you're doing, I understand that no matter what, by the time you read that, I have another 600 hours of content for you to read. I don't know how fast you read. You may be able to read 1 hour a day, or maybe 2 hours, or maybe 3 hours. I can read 24 hours. I can make myself read 24/7. I understand that there's no chance in hell that I will never stop reading. I understand that no matter what, that every single day, I make sure I perform the best kind of individuality that I have, which is originality about my Nice Build for audio and segments about life. Because I understand that when I live my life, I understand when I live my life in a better way, I do it for I. I live my life for I. I understand when I love I know I see I be with I give I understand that no matter what, I never die. I never die because I love my I know thyself, I know my letter, I know my letter I. I understand I use it, I abuse the I every single time, I abuse it so much that I use it. I mean, understand when I use my I understand I'm always making sure I'm just really credible about what I do daily. I understand I come here and do a public speaking performance regardless of the people out there because I'm here doing my video. I mean, that's why I'm here. I mean, imagine without this camera. I mean, there's only one person in terms of one divine individual there and another one there, and that's it. I mean, the rest are over there in terms of inside somewhere. I mean, there's one here. So understand there's only 3 around me. I mean, either way, understand that what's important, that without this video, I understand that I would be probably doing something else. And I never would be. I definitely be doing something else then. I mean, either way, I make sure to come to the places when there's the most people only. I mean, do you understand? I mean, that's how it works out without the phone. But because I have a phone, I understand I can come here and have no people around me, and I can still do my work. I can still do my work because I'd rather do this than anything else. I'm not the crowd. I'm something above the crowd because I do more content in terms of giving content, in terms of ideas and information, and video work and audio work and writing materials more than them. I do more work than you in terms of giving that production of quality of information that you need every single day. Because I go and teach people every single day how I really do my work. I do my work so much that I love my work so much that it's Jesus Christ's work. And now, how is it Jesus Christ's work? I understand it's really communicational work every single day, and that's that. I realize I just love to communicate with myself all day long because I'm the only one watching my video right now. But today, you can watch this video on my YouTube channel. I understand, although, that if you're not interested in information, I understand that's why you'll never be anybody. I understand no matter what, that what's important is more information in your life. I understand that if you don't trust me, you trust my information. Otherwise, my information is something professional and it lifts people only. Otherwise, my information, but most people don't like me because I public speak and because of the way I look and they get scared of me because of the way I look. I mean, understand my information products though. I have over 600 hours of ideas to give you. I mean, how much do you have? I mean, what makes you so much better than me if I have 600 hours of video content and you don't even start your YouTube channel and you don't even have that? I mean, what makes you better than me? I mean, what? I mean, what do you have on me? I'm teaching people 600 times more than you. I mean, of course I'm greater than you. I mean, understand that no matter what, that when I go and be greater than everybody, understand that's why I'm here, really performing every single day to do my best. I understand when I do my best every single day, I'm always making sure that I have something to live for. I understand it's my I. I understand I for inspiration, I for an idea, I for insect, I for everything. I mean, do you understand? So realize when I go go realize something. I understand I is all the words in the dictionary. I is the only vowel of life. Otherwise, if you want any type of language skills, I mean, just understand one letter in life and just speak that one letter over and over again. I understand that in this nice, beautiful video right here, I speak the I, and that's it. I just speak my I out, and that's why I can get up in front of a crowd. I mean, that's why I can go and really learn fast every single day and get what I need to get so I can do my work every single day. I understand when I do my work every single day, I'm the best I can be. I thank you. I understand that's the whole point. You need to be the best you can be. You have to be your best version every single day. You have to. You have to understand that no matter what you want to do, man, in terms of you women out there and you ladies and guys out there, I mean, no matter what you want to do, I mean, you have to be better than yesterday. I mean, you understand you have to be something more. You have to understand that you have to get off the booze. You have to understand you have to get off the drugs. You have to understand the drugs will not help you, but my communicational skills and ideas will. For instance, something that's going to feed you information every day is something that helps you and not something that's taking away your time, like drugs, in terms of drugs, because that doesn't give you any information. I mean, drugs is like my business card over here in terms of my plastic. I mean, do you understand? The plastic is toxic. I mean, if you go and burn this plastic right now, or else that's what people are taking in the alcohol. I mean, understand. I mean, just go burn a plastic and you'll see all that steam coming through, and that's what alcohol is. And that's what cigarettes are. And that's the burning of the paper. I mean, all that steam, and then you smell it, and then the drugs, in terms of, or else that's what they do. Or else now, understand that no matter what, all the type of medications, I mean, all the medications and the plastic money in terms of life, I mean, burn it. I mean, burn it. Because it's all toxic. I mean, do you understand? You burn plastic money. You burn it completely. Because plastic money is not really plastic money. I mean, understand that what plastic money or else what plastic money is not you. You are something greater than the plastic money, and you're greater than outside world. And now, I mean, let's just say this is plastic money. Or else you can burn this, but you cannot burn yourself. I mean, if you burn yourself, you then have to die. So what are you really? I mean, what can you burn? You can only burn the outside world. You cannot burn yourself alive. I mean, do you understand? So love yourself more than the outside world. I mean, love yourself more, because understand, if you don't love yourself more, you'll then burn yourself alive with the outside world. I mean, you'll be one of those individuals who goes and smokes a cigarette to burn yourself alive. And you'll be doing drugs, and you'll be valuing the outside world more than yourself. And that's hell, because that's burning yourself alive. Because you cannot burn yourself, but you can burn plastic. I mean, imagine burning yourself today. I mean, thou shalt not kill. I mean, understand to listen to Jesus Christ when he says, understand to listen to Jesus Christ when he says, thou shalt not kill. And it means don't kill animals, and don't kill yourself, and don't kill other people, and don't kill Mother Nature. I mean, do you understand? I mean, make it nice. I mean, listen. I mean, if Mother Nature makes a fire for Mother Nature, I mean, just let it be. But understand that you save your life. You save your life by giving life. You understand? You give your life, and you shall have life. But if you take away your life, you shall never have a life. I mean, what is an example of that? So if I come and kill your daughter, I took away her life, which means I have to take away my life as well. I mean, do you understand? So realize that the whole point of everything in life is give a life and you shall receive a life. Because it's not what you take away, but what you give. I'd rather give to your daughter than take away from your daughter. I understand that when I take away from your daughter, I may kill her, or I may steal from her, or I may cause her violence or something, because that's taking away. But if I'm giving her, I realize it's very much of a blessing. So I give her a present, I give her my business card, I give her my phone, I give her $1 billion, I give her a Ferrari, I give her a kiss, I give her a hug. I mean, that's nice. You have to give and not take away. Otherwise, anything that's taking away from life is trying to kill and trying to be the outside world over themselves. But if you're trying to give only of yourself, you'll be inside. You're living inside when you're giving, Because you're not trying to be the outside world. You're not trying to be other people. You're not trying to be the tree. You're not trying to be animals in terms of the outside world. You're just trying to be yourself. Or else that's what giving is. But if you're trying to take away, or else that's why you are never going to be yourself. Because anybody who's trying to take away is also trying to take away themselves as well. I mean, they're trying to never speak their I, in terms of they're never speaking the I love you, such as my biological dad, or else he's taking away from himself today. I understand that anyway, that anybody who's worse than yesterday is taking away the I in terms of I love you, or else they don't want to say I love you, man. I mean, don't be around those people. I don't want to even be around my biological dad because it doesn't say I love you. I mean, do you understand? I mean, what kind of relationship is that? I mean, understand, I love him. I just don't want to be around him. I don't want to be around him. Because I understand when I come there, or else he will say, what's this and what's that? And then guess what? Or else I understand that no matter what, that he gives me free accommodation and all that. I understand that's nice, but I have already accommodation. I don't need him. I don't need my biological dad. I don't need anybody in my life except I. I understand that what's important is understand that I go around where love is. I understand I just be with myself because I have all the love already to give myself. I don't need your love. I don't need anybody else's love except I. I understand that's it. I understand I love myself so much that I don't need you and what you have. I understand that you may have whatever. I already have it in my love for myself in terms of my I. I understand when I love myself so much, I come here and I do a nice, beautiful public speaking performance because I understand that's how I become great. I become great like this. I understand I become greatness when I stand here. I understand no matter what, I'm always really dwelling upon something greater because I understand I come and do my work regardless. I don't have to be around the crowd, man. I realize I don't have to be around other boys and girls. I just love to be around myself because that's what a guy does. Or that's what a man is every single day. I realize a man wants to stand alone rather than with the crowd because I see many of the crowd over here. I need one of you to come and stand over there and be alone. I mean, who's the first to leave the crowd over here? I mean, who's going to be the first one to leave, you guys? I am. I'll leave you first. But understand, from you guys, you have to understand that one of you is going to leave first. I promise you, because if you want to be great, and you want to be greater than the next individual, you must leave the crowd. You must. I left the crowd a long time ago. I understand that what's important is leave the crowd. I mean, where's the crowd around me? I mean, that's a crowd, but I'm lifting the crowd. I'm not with them. I mean, you guys are together. I'm not with you. I never want to be together with anybody. I just want to be alone. Because that's how I become greatness. I become greatness alone. I don't become greatness with the crowd. I can only be greatness alone. I can never be great with you. I mean, I can only be great by going to Jesus Christ and learning from Jesus Christ and alone throughout life. I have to learn from you, but I have to be great on my own. I can never be great with you. I understand I can do anything. I can be great with you, but I don't have to follow you around. I don't have to follow you around. I don't have to be with you guys to be great. I mean, do you understand? But that's the difference between me and you guys in terms of my I and you. I understand you guys are together right now, but I'm alone. I mean, that's the difference. But even though you're together, you're still alone. I mean, do you understand? I just don't go calling up I don't call up the boys anymore. I don't call up the boys. I don't call up the girls either. I stick alone. I stay alone because I understand that what's greatness is traveling around. I mean, what's great is going and traveling around alone and not with the boys. I mean, if you want to see Spain and all that, or else you're going to leave, but they're going to have to work till 9 to 5 maybe. I mean, they're not going to come with you. Because do you have the plastic money to give them? I mean, do you want to bring them everywhere with you? I mean, do you want to bring them in your bedroom as well? I mean, while you're with your wife, I mean, do you want the boys there too? I mean, understand no matter what. I never need the boys and girls. I just need I. I mean, Jesus Christ doesn't need anybody except Jesus. I need you to just need I just need you guys to need yourselves in terms of I need you to need you, I need you to need you, I need you to need you because I just need I. I mean, that's what I understand. I understand anybody. I understand this guy's already left. I mean, he's already leaving the crowd already. I mean, he's already alone. I understand that no matter what. I understand that what's important is understand to lift yourselves. I understand I have a YouTube channel. I mean, come and take a photo and just understand to look at my Instagram and what I'm doing. And I have a YouTube channel as well. I have over 600 hours of video content. I can teach you a lot about this knowledge every single day. I mean, just have a photo and just have a look. I mean, just have a sneak peek about my ideas. I understand I have a business card as well. I understand I'm always promoting myself because that's what legendary people do. I mean, you have to promote yourself. You have to understand that no matter what you're doing every single day, you're going to really understand how to lift thyself. You have to lift yourself. You have to understand that if you want to do anything, you have to understand to go and journal your life down. And that's my journal. Or else that's my video journal. I understand I journal my life down one way in my nice beautiful video, and then I do an audio production. I extract the audio, and then you can also listen to my nice beautiful audio podcast in my Instagram, and it's really my Mega Drive, and you download all my videos from YouTube into your phone from my Mega Drive. So you just download a online storage, which is a online Mega Drive, and it's an online storage where you put all your nice beautiful videos and audios and images of yourself. Because understand this, that if you don't, then you have to put in a laptop that may get stolen. And then 1 terabyte of your information is stolen by other people. So if you put it online in terms of a online storage, you never lose your content. So that's where you download my videos and all that. But understand that what's important is understand ideas. Ideas is something that you give every single day. I thank you very much. I understand that no matter what, you must be promoting yourself all the time. So whatever you're doing today is stay alone and never with the crowd. I understand you're alone. I understand they're going with the crowd. I understand although that in 10 years' time, I realize they may split up because I understand this crowd sometimes stick together. I understand either way that most of the crowd from the past that I grew up with are sticking together. I understand they're not with me today because I want to be great, but they want to never be great. I promise you, they want to be with the crowd and they want to grow old together. They just want to be in Sydney. That's boring. I don't want to be just in Sydney. I want to be Spain. I want to be public speaking everywhere. But they don't want to do that because they don't even do public speaking on the street. I've been doing this for over 115 hours now. I've been doing it on the street because I practice and practice and practice and practice and practice and practice and practice, and I'm greatness, baby. I understand no matter what, that I'm just making sure every single day I go and communicate my life out. I communicate my story. I communicate who I am. I understand I really invest in myself. I invest in my technology. I make sure I get myself a trolley to make sure I can carry a 15-kilo speaker. So I understand that no matter what, I'm always making sure I'm making my life more effective over easier. Because I understand that more effective is something that's much better than easy and hard. I'd rather go the more effective way than the easy way. I understand either way that what's much better is understand your communicational skills and what you're doing on a daily basis. You must understand how to really live your life in a greater way. You must understand every single day, you must life coach yourself to be greatness. I never have to be around the crowd. I want to be traveling around the world because I understand that if you want to do anything in life, you have to be alone first. You were born alone. You were not born with anybody else other than yourself. You are only living in yourself right now. But if you need other people, like those gentlemen over there, I promise you, I don't need those people. I promise you, they need each other because they walk together. I don't need them. I walk alone because that's what a wolf does. I realize that's a sheep. I realize sheep love to go with the crowd. I'm an eagle. I'm not the ducks. I'm not ducks. I love to fly above the ducks. I love to eat the ducks alive. I love to eat them alive in a way that it's natural when non-human animals are eating non-human animals. But when humans are eating humans, I realize that's not natural because Jesus doesn't eat. Jesus doesn't eat humans. That's different. I realize that's cannibalism. When a human eats a human, or when somebody kills your daughter and eats her. That's no good. I understand either way.
What about if you eat your enemy? Yeah, that's worth it.
I realize I eat my enemy. I eat my enemies through growth. I understand when I eat you, I give you ideas.
Cannibal by nature.
I thank you very much, but I understand.
New Zealand, yeah, you check our history.
I understand either way that what's important is understand that.
My enemy, I'll eat the cut.
I understand that what's important is
I'll eat a human.
I eat everything when I give only. I only give everything. I only give my heart out. I only give who I am.
It's full so I can fight some more.
I understand that I just go follow Jesus. I don't want to eat humans. I don't want to go eat humans.
If it comes to war, I will.
I understand no matter what, I don't even want a war.
My enemy's fucking head off.
I understand you. I understand that what's important is I follow Jesus because I don't want a war. I understand. I just realize that every single day,
More healthier.
I understand more healthier is the way to go. I must understand that no matter what, that nobody wants to kill you and you must never kill anybody because that's how you follow Jesus Christ. I understand.
In the day, it's always been alive way before my time.
I understand although that what,
I'm capable of doing this.
I understand.
If I have to, I will.
I thank you.
Or I'm going to eat my enemy.
I understand. I always eat my enemies for giving them everything in terms of my life. I give them. I don't take away from them. I thank you. I understand that no matter what you're doing every single day, you must understand you never go eating other people, but make sure you understand to go and live your life much greater than other people. I don't need to eat you to make myself better than you. I follow Jesus Christ and I understand either way that it's the best way to do so. I understand that's how I really get my information and I put it into a nice beautiful video every single day. And I understand I just go and promote myself every single day regardless of how many people there are because I love to give a performance. I love to understand I've been doing this for quite a while now because I've been understanding that 3 years of video work gets me here. I understand 3 years of video work. So I understand that no matter what, I just know but I understand that I've been doing this for over 600 hours on video. I understand I've been practicing, and eventually I had to go to Brisbane to stand up in front of a crowd. I realized I have to stand up in front of a crowd. I understand I'm still standing up in front of a crowd, but I went to Brisbane and I stood there for the first time in a tunnel over there. I understand I started to really dwell upon that communication, and then slowly I learned along the way in a video. I understand I just teach myself how to really public speak and do my life on a video. I understand that when I go and really promote myself every single day, I have 31,000 quotes on my Nice Beautiful Instagram right now. I mean, I have 31,000 quotes. I mean, like Jesus Christ and Buddha quotes. I have 31,000 of them in my Nice Beautiful Instagram. I have more coming up. I mean, in my Nice Beautiful lifetime, I'll never knife you. I'll never knife you. I understand either way that what's important is understand that when I go and create these quotes, I realize over the next 72 years, I'll be making 1 million quotes and more. I mean, just 1 million quotes. I mean, like a quote book or something of my nature. I mean, I just write a quote down about my thoughts. I'll write 1 million of them because I want to be great. I mean, either way, I have a beautiful Instagram. I understand I have 13,000 photos of myself on Instagram. I mean, real professional type looking photos of myself because I understand I have to look professional. I have to look greater. I have to look better than yesterday. I understand that no matter what, that when you're branding yourself, you have to look at yourself in the mirror so much. So I stand up in front of my Nice Beautiful camera and I do some poses as well. I understand it's much more confidence for me to do so. I understand when I have a crowd and people watching me, I understand I love to lift the crowd all the time. I make sure every single day I'm just doing something very important every single day. But being in front of a crowd and teaching them something is the best way to go. I understand when you're doing that, you have to practice bit by bit and understand that no matter what, when you do that, you'll be greater. I understand Brian Tracy says little by little, in terms of Brian Tracy says no matter what, that little by little, anything is a middle. I mean, that's what I say. But Brian Tracy says bit by bit, anything is a cinch. I mean, one step at a time, you can do it. I mean, that's the whole point. I mean, understand that no matter what, that I'm always promoting all my mentors. I understand you guys can go and watch Jim Rohn. You can watch Zig Ziglar. You can watch Tony Robbins. You can watch John C. Maxwell. You can understand Jesus Christ. You can understand Eckhart Tolle and Osho. You can understand no matter what, you guys can always persuade yourselves to make sure that your life is much better. You must understand your life must be always much better than yesterday. You must always be able to recognize who you are and do your life a favor by looking at yourself the most. I mean, just be loving of yourself more than anybody else. And you understand why you can say, I love you? Because those who are focusing on other people more than themselves have trouble saying the word, I love you. I mean, they have trouble saying it. I mean, it's so easy to say, I love you. You can say it right now. But many people have trouble to even say it to other people. I mean, understand they have trouble saying it. I used to have trouble saying it because I didn't know myself. I didn't know the word I. I love you too. I understand I can say it so easily. I understand my enemies who hate me don't want to say I love you. I understand I just say I love you. I mean, when they say I love you, I mean, they say love you. I mean, they don't even say I. I need you to say I love you. I don't want you to just say love you. I want you to say I love you. I is everything. I mean, love you doesn't mean anything, but I love you means everything. I mean, there's a big difference in that I symptom right there. I understand when I go and do that every single day, I get myself everything that I deserve in life, and I come here and I make sure every single day I'm growing myself. I have to grow myself all the time in front of people. I have to be performing because if you understand anybody famous, I mean AC/DC, I mean, they have to perform in front of a crowd. I mean, anybody who's famous needs to learn how to do so. I mean, you have to learn how to entertain the audience so that you can be great. I understand anybody can do it. I understand the whole point. I thank you, brother. You guys can find me on YouTube and you can find my Nice Beautiful. I thank you very much. I thank you. I understand that no matter what, that what's important is understand every single day, I'm just making sure that I'm always much more appropriate. I understand I have a little audience here today, but I understand that no matter what, everything is a massive audience for me in my life. I understand when I have a massive audience, I understand my I. I understand I am the massive audience today. I understand that's all, because you guys will leave very soon, but I understand I'll be here with my audience. I'm the audience. I understand either way that what's very important is understanding I'm always much more capable than yesterday. I understand I'm always looking for a better way. I'm always looking for something to give. I'm always looking for that heart aspect of life where I can go and give some kindness today, because that's what I do on a video every single day. I make that Nice Beautiful video, and that 1 hour video is here on YouTube for billions of years. I mean, it's here for billions of years helping people, and that's my service in the world. I understand when I make 600 hours of video content, I mean, that video content on YouTube is here forever, and it's going to help people forever. And that's what I can do. I mean, that's how you compound interest. I mean, that's what you need to do all the time. You need to make sure every single day that you're just making sure that life is much more simple. I mean, you guys have to come on my Nice Beautiful microphone so I can interview you as well. I want to ask you some questions. I mean, I'm always free for a Nice Beautiful conversation here. I understand I have 2 microphones. I understand that no matter what, that every single day you must always make sure that you're performing and outperforming yourself so that you can have peak performance in your life. I understand that's what life is about. I realize life is about peak performance and making sure that no matter what, that you're going to be the best aspect of life. Understand, when you're the best aspect, you motivate people when they're around you. You make sure that you're giving the best ideas in the planet. You make sure every single idea, you must understand, is the best idea. I mean, whatever you're giving in terms of knowledge is the best idea. I mean, just make sure you're speaking up, because most people are not speaking up. I'm speaking up more and more and more and more. I'm talking to myself in my journal all day long. I'm talking to myself in my video all day long. I'm talking to myself in audio. I'm talking to myself in quotes. I'm talking to other people. I'm engaging other people. I'm speaking up much more. You have to engage with other people. You have to talk to other people as much as you can. And you have to go to them to give them something. You have to give them your life in terms of, you have to give them what you have in terms of your knowledge and your life and your empathy and your resentments and your hatred and your killings and everything you have. So realize either way, that what you're giving is something that is knowledge. I realize when you're giving, you'll never be in a position of killing. I understand when you're taking away, I realize when somebody's taking away and not giving, I realize that's when they can stab you. I realize that's when they can murder you. I realize that's when they can kill you. I understand you be away from those people, because those people are antisocial. And I understand they wear the jumper antisocial club. I understand they wear the jumper antisocial club. I mean, those are the people who kill people. I mean, understand, you don't wear antisocial anything in life. You go be social more. You go engage people more. You talk about everything about the world. You talk about all topics, much more. You talk about it. You speak about it, because that's how you be a leader. You must speak about everything much more, so that you lift up your shame. Because I understand many people today are in shame. I mean, they have anxiety about what they've done. I realize it's because they've done drugs. I understand, because they're doing ecstasy and cocaine and weed behind the police backs. And that's keeping them in shame, and it's keeping them in secrecy. And it's just devastating them. So understand that if you're driving with alcohol and all that, I realize that you may be hiding it from other people. So understand that's really shame about life. I understand you have to expose that. You have to expose who you are totally, so you can be in the spotlight as much as you can, because that's what I do in my journal. So you don't have to talk to anybody to be able to expose yourself. I mean, just write a journal. I mean, just get your phone and start writing in a notepad. And understand your notepad is something new today, so it's your phone. And understand that I have a journal in my phone. I write, I just type all day long. I realized just 40 years ago, I realized I had that typewriter, which has no phone. I realized there was no phones 40 years ago, but there was a typewriter. And you put the paper on the typewriter. I mean, that's the kind of aspect I need you to understand is in a phone right now, where you can go and type in that nice, you can go and type in that nice, beautiful notepad, which is a note system where it's just one blank page. It's just a white page, and just write your life out. I mean, just write your life out in that nice, beautiful journal every single day, and just make sure every single day that you can go and perform something about your life. I mean, go and perform your story. I mean, perform your piano. I mean, perform something that you love to do. I mean, if you love your instrument, get yourself a portable speaker and come here and just do some tunes. I mean, just record yourself along the way and make yourself some episodes and just keep going. And just document your life more and more. I understand when I was watching this heroin guy. I understand these people have a documentary about them on YouTube. I understand I was watching a documentary about these guys about heroin. I mean, they were doing heroin and all that, but I understand that's not the life. I understand that there's one guy who just documents his life, but I understand that's the way to go. I understand that when you're documenting your life, I understand this man is unable to speak on camera, but he just always, let's say, promoting himself. And that's the whole point. You have to understand. You have to understand that when you're promoting yourself, you'll understand that every single example in the planet, you'll find those examples, and you'll be able to process those emotions, which are your nice, beautiful information. Your information is your emotion. So the bigger your emotions and feelings is the bigger you read. In terms of the more you read information, the more feeling you have about life, and the more happier you are. So that's why I read so much, because I understand happiness comes from knowledge. And the more knowledge I have, the happier I am. And then the more knowledge I give more knowledge, I get happier. I mean, that's the whole point. I give more knowledge, I get happier. I get more knowledge from you. I understand that everybody can teach me about their life story. I mean, everybody, you can teach me about your life story. I mean, everybody can understand that there's always something more to add to life. I realize there's always something more to do. I understand that when you're doing something very famous for yourself, you're going to be greatness for yourself. You're going to be understanding that there's always a better life that you can do every single day, because I understand, I believe in a great life. I believe in something great. I understand that when I believe in something great, I do it. I do great life aspects. I understand I stay alone. I never want to be around the crowd. I never want to be around the boys. I never want to be chasing girls. I never want to be chasing and always being around 3 girls or 4 girls or I don't want to be around girls. I don't want to be around them because they're just always doing girly stuff. I mean, there's always looking in the mirror. But I understand that either way, I mean, that's great. I mean, look at the mirror. But I don't need to be around them. I understand I can look at myself in the mirror. I don't need to watch them looking at themselves in the mirror. I mean, be around yourself the most and you understand why you can be great. But if you're around other people, or else they're just wasting your time. Understand that if you're around other people, you must be lifting them so that you never waste your time. I understand when you're lifting yourself the most and other people, you'll never waste time. But understand that if anybody's wasting your time, it's you. I understand you are the only one that can waste your time. I mean, you're the only one that can really give the time to others. I understand that this nice beautiful cat comes into my nice beautiful time capsule. I understand that when I go and really understand that no matter what, I gave everything already. I understand that no matter what, this cat comes in. I understand that no matter what, I'm just really much more appropriate about everything. I understand, I just realized that when I give this cat some time, in terms of I give it maybe 1 minute of my life, I understand I have to focus on the cat. But I understand when I focus on the cat, I look in my eye. I focus on my eye only. And that way I can focus upon everybody. I can go everywhere. I can be in the crowd. But understand, I follow my eye. I don't follow the crowd. I'm always around I don't follow other people and their habits and what they have. I follow Jesus Christ. Because that's the only way to go to find your direction. I understand when I point into the direction of Jesus Christ, I promise you Jesus Christ will say, go back to you. I mean, do you understand? Because all that Jesus Christ wants you to do is learn the story of Jesus Christ so that you understand how to really reciprocate your life in a better way. I understand when you're really doing something really captivating in terms of interesting in your life, you do it on video and you do it in audio and you do it in writing material every single day, but you make sure you're always making sure that your life is greater than yesterday, because that's what I'm always doing. I'm making sure all the time that my life is always much more spontaneous. I'm making sure I'm always much more inspirational, and I'm making sure that I'm always delivering that nice beautiful information. I mean, I'm just delivering a different content from yesterday. I'm delivering something new. I understand that no matter what, I have 9 minutes more in terms of this video, but I understand that what's important is understand it's getting nighttime now, but I may continue my nice beautiful video, which is another one, because I make sure that either way I complete a 1 hour video and I'll upload a 1 hour this time in terms of my YouTube, and then I can create another 1 hour at Marketplace over there, because there's a nice beautiful post office shop over there, and I go and sit under the nice beautiful way of there in terms of the nice beautiful roof, and I can start doing my nice beautiful content for another hour. So I can do that. I understand that it's really important that you can also make your videos in 1 hour segments, so it doesn't have to be a 2 hour segment all the time, or else you can do 1 hour uploads into YouTube. You have to understand that no matter what, that when you know something, you know your eye. You must understand that whatever you have in life, you must understand to give people the appropriate time of whatever it is, and then understand to really develop that communicational skills upon getting your message across more and more, because the more you do that, the better communicator you are. Otherwise, if you want to achieve anything, you have to give a live performance. Otherwise, you have to give a live performance about your life. You have to understand that instead of watching people on TV do it all the time, I mean, go and be on TV and do it yourself. I mean, understand that's the professionality of that. I mean, that's the originality. I mean, look at Oprah Winfrey. I understand Oprah Winfrey has been doing 30 years of TV shows in front of people. I mean, you can do it too. I mean, everybody can do it. I mean, Ellen DeGeneres as well has been doing it for over 20 years. So understand that no matter what, you can also create your own TV show. I mean, just go on YouTube and be in front of people. I mean, I'll be doing this for the next 72 years in front of people too. I mean, I don't have to create an Oprah Winfrey show. I don't have to create a Ellen DeGeneres show. I create a Danny Milivojevic show like this, and I'll be in front of people for the next 72 years, just like this. I mean, I'll be in front of people for longer than them. I mean, either way, understand that you don't need a TV show. You don't need to be David Letterman as well. You just be you. You go do something that you can do. You go and be unique like you can be. I mean, go do something that's going to make you look greater today, and stop playing the pokies and stop playing the blackjack tables. I promise you, it's not the way. I mean, stop playing poker cards and going to the pubs and going to the bars and going to nightclubbing, because nobody's waiting for that. I mean, understand, you never wait for a nightclub. You never wait for music. You just go and understand you have YouTube, you have Spotify, but understand when you listen to music, you have to be doing something with the music. I love to write. I love to write my story out while I listen to my own music, because I'm a music producer, so I listen to my music. I never have to go and subscribe to Spotify, because that's their music. I create my own music, so I go and listen to my music only. And that's how I save $52,000 over my lifetime. I mean, just by never going to Spotify. I mean, do you understand? I saved $52,000 like that. So either way, I calculate everything by 72 years, because in 72 years, I'll be 100 years of age. And then when I turn 29, I'll then calculate my life by 71 years in terms of my finance. And then when I turn 30, I'll calculate my life by 70 years of finance in terms of my nice beautiful numbers, because I'm always calculating the long run. And how much is it for Spotify in the long run of 100 years? And when I turn 100 years, I said that it may be 1 month now where you give $15, but $15 every single month for the next 72 years is what I calculate. I calculate that number because that's something of $52,000 just to have Spotify for 72 years. I mean, that's not worth it. Otherwise, understand, I'm always looking for that better idea. I understand when I have a better idea, I have a YouTube channel, I have a Instagram, I have a blog, I have my life ahead of me in terms of my eye. I'm always making sure I have that nice beautiful blog going on my website. So I give money so I can go and store everything up online every single day. I just make sure that you guys understand that you can always find me in my name. I thank you. I understand that no matter what, every single day, I just make sure I perform and perform and perform and perform and perform. And I practice while I perform. And I give you as much as I can while I perform and practice. I make sure I give much more confidence than before. I understand when I do that all the time, I just make sure I be the best I can be, because I understand when people listen to me, I understand they are coming toward the information is what I give. Or the information is what I give every day. I understand that's what you need. You need that beautiful vibe going. You need the vibe of my life. You need my life in your life, because my life in your life means my information. That's why Jesus and everybody is so valuable, because they give you that information. But understand that the world is 99.999999% positive. I promise you, anything that's that little bit of 1% in terms of 0.000000001%, that's the negative aspect of killers and all that, and the prisoners and all that. So realize, either way, that what's much better is understand that the world is much more positive than it is negative. Either way, make sure that you stand for the positive side, because I don't want you to be in jail at 16 years of age for the next 72 years. That's a life lost. Understand, you never go killing other people and let others kill you instead. It's better that they kill you than you kill other people. Do you understand? Because look at Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ didn't kill other people, but they killed Jesus Christ, didn't they? In terms of understand that what's important is if Jesus started killing all those people, understand, then we don't even have a Bible anymore. Understand the inspirational aspect of life is giving. So give and you shall receive, but ask and you shall receive as well. If you ask for anything, you'll always get an answer. You get an answer in information. Just ask and you shall receive. So if you ask more, you get more answers. And then you understand why you have a greater life. That's the whole point. Understand a greater life is now, but a greater life is you if you choose to be a greater life. You have to choose the greater lifestyle first so that you can do something great every single day, because that's what I choose to do all the time, and I do it on the street sometimes at this time. I do it at this time because I still have a nice beautiful video here, and I have a nice beautiful sunrise in terms of a sunset here. So either way, I'm always making sure I'm developing thyself in communication, because that's why it's never too late to public speak at this time. I've already been doing it for 1 hour, so realize either way that no matter what, that it's already it's already what? I realize it's already 8:15 p.m. Guess what? Look at the background. I can still do it. I can still do this, and understand that no matter what, that what's important is just understand that you keep going. Understand that you just realize this. When you have something to do every single day, you do yourself the most, and you do yourself the biggest favor in the world. What's the biggest favor in the world? I understand it's really do yourself a favor. It's really just make sure you're giving those ideas. Understand that when my time is over, I really understand my eye. I go my eye, and my time can never be over eye. Understand that when I go back to the eye, I have more time, baby. I always have more time to give. But today, I have a nice, beautiful audience. I understand that no matter what, I'm much more confident than yesterday. I'm much more confident than yesterday because I understand how to really grow. I understand when I go and really grow myself all the time, I'm always a smart ass. I'm always smart. I'm a smart Alex. Because a smart Alex is Jesus Christ. And I am Jesus Christ because I follow Jesus Christ. I follow Jesus Christ's information because that's what inspires me in terms of my eye. The information is what inspires I, because it makes me believe in something greater. It makes me believe that there is God, and that is something greater. It makes me believe that this life is a fairy tale, but that this life is also truth, and that this life is everything, and that I am living in eternity, and that I can see God, and that no matter what, that Santa Claus is Jesus Christ. Merry Christmas, because understand Christmas is Jesus Christ. Christ for Christmas. Either way, that Santa Claus is real, and Santa Claus is God, who's given you life and helped you to live your life until now. God's always helping you, and how is God helping you right now? God's helping you through information. Information is how God works. Imagine the type of information you get in the world. That's how God helps you. In infinite possibilities. I mean, whoever's giving you information, I mean, it may be a girl who just says hello. I mean, it may be a guy who says, how are you? Or I love you. Or something like that. I mean, God helps you like that through that information. Otherwise, when your best pal comes and gives you a nice, beautiful Ferrari, I mean, that's how God helps you. I mean, God helps you for everything you do. I mean, God helps you with the clothes that you have on. I mean, God helps you with this life and the heartbeat you have. I mean, God helps you in every single aspect because everything that you see is God. I mean, God's helping you look at that Christmas tree there. I mean, that's because God's here. I mean, understand, God's here because guess what? Either way, I understand, I believe in that. I believe in something that's really great. I believe in making sure that Nikola Tesla, for example, will also understand that no matter what, that when you go and really grab the spotlight, you understand Nikola Tesla too. You understand Tesla Motors. You understand no matter what, that Albert Einstein is somebody that you have to go and focus upon as well. And focus upon all these individuals who give information and give more of it. So the more information you give, the more greater you are. So understand that no matter what, I never wait for people. I understand that what's important is understand my Instagram. I have 1,000 followers. I have 1,000 followers. I have 600 hours of video content on YouTube. I mean, other people have less than 100 hours of content on YouTube and they have millions of followers. I mean, how does that work really? I mean, how does it work? I mean, understand that I'm working my ass off, giving you content, and I give 6 times more and more than them. And you guys are following them more than me. I mean, either way, understand that I don't care about you following. I care about growing. I grow myself regardless of you. So if you never come to my content, I say thank you. I mean, if you're coming here and watching my content, I say thank you too. I mean, what's important is I grow. I grow with or without you. But understand, my nice, beautiful speaker over here, I mean, my speaker will give you a light show as well. I mean, you have to be funny. You have to be funny. You have to understand that no matter what, that when something's very funny, you understand that, let's just say a Tyrannosaurus Rex is running after people. I mean, and people are running away from the Tyrannosaurus Rex. I mean, that's the most hilarious aspect of life, isn't it? I mean, how funny is that? I mean, imagine in life, a Tyrannosaurus Rex is running after people, and the people are running away. I mean, that's the funniest aspect of life. I mean, it's not funny when the Tyrannosaurus Rex is eating the people. I mean, that's not funny. But what's funny is running away from the Tyrannosaurus Rex. I mean, that's the funniest. I mean, it's cops and robbers. I mean, you understand? I mean, who's the robber in this? I mean, who's the cop over here? I mean, the cops are running away. I mean, you understand? I mean, either way, you must understand, to play hide and go seek sometimes with a Tyrannosaurus Rex, and understand why we're running away from it. I mean, do you understand? I mean, there's no chance that you can stick around with the crowd. I mean, go split ways. I mean, go this way and that way, because that Tyrannosaurus Rex is going to go for one of us. So understand, if we're together, if we're running together, I understand that Tyrannosaurus Rex is coming for all of us. So you go this way, I go that way, you go that way, you go diagonal over there, and you go under the bush over here. I mean, we're going to split up because this nice, beautiful Tyrannosaurus Rex may get one of us, but it won't get all of us. I mean, do you understand? I mean, you have to split up all the time. I mean, that's what life is. You have to split up about life. I mean, understand, if you're a surfer, I mean, and you get bitten by a shark, I mean, why'd you ask for it? I mean, you asked for it because you are a surfer. You love to go and surf waves where sharks go. I mean, go and surf waves where there are no sharks. I mean, how is that possible? I mean, go and tell them to create a net so that no sharks come ever again in that aspect of life. I mean, go and create some nets over there. I mean, put a net, because if there's no nets, I mean, don't risk your life, please, because people have also understood that no matter what, you must understand. I am watching this video where this man jumps in the actual ocean where this woman or a individual is getting bitten by a shark in terms of the ocean. And now what does Jesus do over here? I understand Jesus says never jump in. I mean, never go and give your life so that you can sell. I mean, understand that you give your life, but never take away your life. I mean, understand that what's important is understand this man, an individual, jumps off the ship to help somebody on the actual ocean who's getting bitten by a shark. And now there's 2 nice, beautiful ships in between, and in the middle is the individual who's getting bitten by a shark. So what do you do? I mean, what does Jesus Christ do over here? I understand if Jesus Christ goes to help over here, I promise you Jesus Christ will save the individual. I promise you Jesus Christ will save the individual. But understand that it's a risk, that I understand this, that Jesus does it. But understand that no matter what, that if you can save people, you save them. But if you cannot, I mean, don't do it then. I mean, understand that if you have no skills to save people, you don't do it. But understand this. Understand that if Jesus understands anything, I understand Jesus says that you must not save my life. I understand now, because Jesus says don't save my life, otherwise that's why I understand that now, because I have also a nice beautiful light over here, now as well in terms of marketplace. I understand at a certain time, I have a beautiful light coming up here at 8:25. I understand either way, that when you go and really dwell upon what you're saying, you just keep continuing your beautiful information, because your information doesn't have to be perfect, but keep people interested about your life. I understand either way now, I understand I can come to marketplace and really start dwelling upon even doing my work over here, because there's always lights. There's a light over here, and there's a light over here, which is very beautiful, and there's lights behind me, so it's lighting up my show over here. I understand either way, that what's important is when you go and help people like that, I understand it's better that you understand that if you do it, you shall die. You shall die if you go. I understand I realize if you understand that if you survive, you're lucky. You're lucky. So I understand that if you go and help those individuals, I understand that Jesus says you must realize yourself first. You must realize yourself first. But if you really want to help somebody, you must help yourself. Otherwise now, if somebody else is going and really, let's say, attacking you, you must understand to help yourself. I understand either way, help yourself, realize that it's you that's getting attacked. So if you help yourself, otherwise who are you really helping? You're helping yourself only. So if you go and give your life for somebody else and you die and they survive, your life will be given. Again, you shall live life in eternity. I mean, do you understand? You shall live life. But if you go and rescue the individual, and understand, you rescue the individual and you don't die, you get the victory. You get the victory either way. So understand you're not risking anything, but understand that what's important is go know thyself. I mean, understand yourself. You are I. I mean, everything is I. So if you're getting attacked, you have to understand I have to come and help you. I have to come and help you because either way, I live in eternity. I mean, it's nice to help you, isn't it? I mean, it's nice to help you, somebody that's your daughter who's getting attacked by somebody. I mean, either way, understand that what's important is never cause violence, but understand if you just want to help somebody to live life, I mean, that's the best aspect of life. I mean, if you're getting attacked by a shark and somebody comes and saves you, I mean, that's the best aspect of life. I mean, understand that the police recently saved me in terms of my life because I went and I actually hit a woman. I hit a woman because she hit me first. I understand either way, 50 people came running after me and the police just ran in the middle and saved my life. I mean, do you understand? So realize that either way, I was unaware about that situation, but what makes more sense is understand that I'm not hitting women now. I understand that if you get called a woman basher, if you get called a human, if you're a human, you understand this. You understand that if you keep bashing women, you'll then be called a woman basher because you keep hitting women. But if you don't hit women after the time you hit them, I mean, then you're not a woman basher because what a woman basher does is always hit women. I mean, understand if you cut it out, I mean, understand, I was a drug addict, but am I a drug addict today? I mean, no. I mean, why? I mean, that's the same aspect as a woman basher. I mean, understand, I'm not a drug addict today, but I was. I mean, do you understand? I mean, that's a difference. I mean, there's a big difference. But now I understand that what you must do is save your life. I mean, you must save people's lives. I mean, Jesus Christ saves your life, so why wouldn't you save his life? I mean, either way, that if Jesus says, don't save my life, I mean, why would you go against Jesus' actual words? I mean, if I don't want you to save my life, I mean, do not save my life. I mean, I mean it. I mean, understand either way that Jesus said to his disciples, don't save my life, because Jesus understands something. I mean, Jesus wants to save everybody's life. I mean, Jesus wants to save your life. I mean, Jesus wants to save the disciples' life. Because if the disciples want to save Jesus, otherwise they will kill the disciples as well. I mean, do you understand me? So what does Jesus say? Otherwise Jesus says, don't save my life. Because that's how he saves the disciples' lives. I mean, do you understand? So what's important here is understand that when you help others, you help them. You help them totally. Otherwise, if there's a violence going on, I mean, help as much as you can. I mean, do what you can to help. I mean, that's that. Otherwise, if a shark or a T-Rex or something is chasing other people, I mean, go and help around. I mean, just help, please. I mean, just help out somehow. I mean, how are you going to help out? I mean, just find a way to help out. I understand how that looks like. I understand the T-Rex. I mean, wow. I mean, either way, I understand you can help out everything as much as possible. I mean, allow it. I mean, allow the world to happen. I mean, allow the world to be in the free flow every single day. I mean, when you're doing that and you're alone over here and you're doing a marketplace show, I mean, you can do it at night time too. You can come here all day long. You can be here all day long. But guess what? You have to understand, to get yourself a long license. I mean, get yourself a nice, beautiful busking license that goes for over 8 hours long, and get a long duration one, because I have the 2-hour one. I understand I can do this here for 2 hours. I understand though that it's cloudy today, but guess what? I realize this time there is no rain. I understand that rain just yesterday, I understand that no matter what, it was cloudy yesterday, and in 20 minutes, I realized in 20 minutes in terms of yesterday, I understand it started to rain. I understand now, I understand either way, this time, I understand it's not raining. Because guess what? I realized in 20 minutes it would not be raining today, because I say so. I'm God like that. I understand I order the planet to not rain in 20 minutes time. I mean, either way, what's important is understand that when you're really living life, you must live life to the fullest. You must understand, you must keep doing this. You must do this also. You must understand it's really your job to do so. You must understand if you don't want to be on the microphone, man, I mean, understand you'll never be famous. I mean, that's how you be famous today. I mean, who's on the microphone today is famous. I mean, AC/DC, I mean, they give up the microphone, don't they? I mean, either way, understand that Jesus Christ will do this as well. I mean, understand to follow something that's great. I mean, follow something that's really going to help you. I understand when you follow your heart out every single day, you will go and do the best show that you can. I understand when you go and do the best show, you realize something. You realize something fast. You're becoming a star. You're becoming something of a performer. You're becoming something that can help people. You're becoming something that can be greatness. I promise you, when you're doing that all the time, you focus on yourself and your work, and you come here and you just really adapt to the occasion every single day and get yourself a beautiful public speaking speaker and come here, sir, and start doing it. I mean, it's really exciting. I really tell you right now, it's so exciting to understand that no matter what, I mean, no matter what you're doing, you must understand to come and really give your best. I mean, you can do it. I mean, everybody can do this. I mean, everybody can do what I do. But understand, it gets really, really understanding that you understand that no matter what you're doing, you must get the point of life. You must get the point that you must love yourself. You must love yourself to get to this point. You must love yourself every single day, because that's the only way to treasure yourself, and it's the only way to really be. I understand when you just want to be in life, you have to be more. You have to be understanding that no matter what, you're going to really go and really dwell upon a better way. I understand when you do that daily, you really focus upon what you have. You focus upon what you're giving. You focus upon what you're doing. You focus upon your life. And life itself will say, hey, I thank you. I understand, because you're giving something. But make sure you're always just a star. You must be a star. You must be looking at yourself in the mirror. You must be looking at the crowd. You must be enjoying the crowd. You must be really motivating everything, because that's the way. I mean, I like it. I understand Pizza Hut. But guess what? I don't eat Pizza Hut anymore. I don't eat that, because I eat the nice, beautiful language. I is the only aspect of life that I eat. I eat I all the time. I understand that New Zealander. I understand the New Zealander saying just before that his culture loves to eat people. I understand that. But that's not Jesus' culture. I understand that if you have to defend your culture, you defend Jesus only. Because that's the only way to go. And not New Zealand. You don't go New Zealand. You don't go New Zealand people. You don't go Asian people. You don't go Serbian people. You don't go any people in the world. You don't go any people in the world. You go Jesus Christ. And understand that's the best way. Because if I eat your daughter, I understand New Zealand then. I understand New Zealand. I'll come and eat all your daughters. I'll eat them. I understand how nice that is. I understand either way. What's even better than that is I'll never eat your daughters and child. I'll never eat them, because you guys may be doing it. I don't know. I understand either way. What's important is follow Jesus Christ and never eat people. I mean, understand that whatever happened back then is not what is now. I mean, understand that what is now is everything. I understand either way, what is now is making sure that you grow. I understand when you grow, baby, you understand why I'm famous? I'm famous very much because I understand I give you some knowledge, baby. I understand when I give you some knowledge, baby, I understand I give you something that you're really going to look forward to. I understand it's really information. I understand information is a commodity. I understand that somebody who has information to give you is somebody in the spotlight. I understand those are the individuals who can give a performance. I realize they can be in front of a crowd. I realize they practice so much. I understand that's the only way. Otherwise, when you practice and practice and practice and practice and practice, you'll be great. I understand that's the only way. I understand is just make sure you're communicating more and communicating more. Otherwise, singers have to communicate. Otherwise, radio talk show hosts have to be communicating. Otherwise, anybody on the phone has to be communicating. Otherwise, people in the warehouse have to be communicating. Otherwise, you with your family have to be communicating. Otherwise, now communicate more. Otherwise, everything has to communicate more. I mean, that's the only way to be a leader. I mean, that's the only way to do anything. Otherwise, when you do something in life, you go and really understand how you're going to perform. You perform in a way that's going to help you to live life. Understand, when you live life, you look right now and you start with you. Understand, you just start with yourself, and that's how you really perform something that you love to do every single day. I don't care how many people there are around me. I just care about I. I just care about I, because that's why I do it. I do it for I, because I follow Jesus. I follow Jesus, and that's why. I understand either way. I understand I follow information, because that's my I. I understand when I really go and dwell, I thank you. I go and really dwell upon what I do. I make sure every single day I post some videos, I thank you. I understand every single day I'm following my heart. I'm following my nice, beautiful compassion. I'm following something that I love to do every single day. Otherwise, that's what you have to do. I thank you very much. I understand every single day, I just make sure I give compliments. I give the thank you. I give something that's really, I thank you. I understand I is something. I is something that's really going to help. I understand when you're helping people and individuals, you'll do it all the time. Otherwise, that's what's important. But understand I'm doing my work right now at 8:30 p.m. at night. I mean, lights over here. I mean, there's some lights over here. So either way, understand that what's important is it's never too late to do your work. I mean, understand that many people today, I understand it's a Wednesday. I understand they're working 9 to 5 and they're at home now. I mean, they're with their wife and kids and watching TV and the news. Or else they're watching the news. But I'm here helping you. I'm here becoming famous. I'm here becoming great. Because I understand that what is fame and greatness? Or else it's really information. I'm here giving that information because that information makes me fame. Or else that information makes me great. Because when I add 1 billion videos into YouTube, I promise you, in terms of this audio, in a different way every single time, I promise you I'll be great. I promise you I'll add some music to the occasion because I'm a music producer as well. And then I'll go traveling around the world everywhere with music production and also comedy and public speaking. And I'll do acting, I'll do everything because I love to do everything. I'm curious about everything. I'm that baby. I want to do everything in life. I want to make sure either way that I'm always delivering something great. I have to be great. I have to be doing something great all the time. I have to make sure. Thank you. Or else every single day I have to make sure I'm always loving. I have to be loving. I have to be giving of my heart. I understand that's the only way. I understand when I give my heart, or else when I give my knowledge, or else that's the only point of recommendation. You have to be giving. You have to be loving. You have to be persuading people. You have to understand that when you're persuading people, you're going to be in free flow. I promise you, free flow is abundance. I realize it's richness. I realize it's something that's really going to help you. I understand when you want something, you'll get it really fast. You'll get something really quickly. But if you want something really much more than that, you must give more knowledge because that's the only wife you ever have. I promise you, that's the only husband you ever have. I promise you, that's the only kids that is guaranteed in your life. I promise you, information is guaranteed in your life. You'll always have information. But understand, that's the only commodity, or else that's the only growing aspect of you today. Or else now, you may be 5 years of age, but in 20 years of age, you're increasing your wisdom either way. I mean, because you're still living in this life, you're always increasing that wisdom, and you're always better through that wisdom. You're always better. I realize wisdom is always increasing. I mean, wisdom does not fall. I mean, wisdom picks up only. And that's a compound interest. I realize anything that's compound interest is the most powerful force in the universe, as Albert Einstein says. So either way, understand that no matter what you're doing, you must understand compound interest yourself to learn faster and grow faster, and to help people faster, and to look faster in terms of life, and to understand that no matter what you're doing, you be a speedy Gonzalez. You be a speedy Wonder Woman. I mean, just be something great. I mean, be very fast about communication because it's better to communicate fast and slow. I get people who say, they say, please talk slowly. I understand when I talk slowly, when I understand. I understand how that goes. I mean, do you understand me? I understand that. I don't want to talk like that, man. I don't want to talk slow because you say talk slow. I want to talk fast. I mean, you get the difference? I mean, there's a big difference over here. But if you understand, if you're a writer, you're also a poet. I understand you're also a writer who can do rap music. I understand I have a beautiful track as well that now I'm starting to rap my music. I'm starting to vocalize my music really quickly, and I'm starting to make these beautiful sounds really quickly, and I have over the next 72 years to do so. And either way, I have more than that. I understand that what's much better than that is I have 72 years to do just I. I mean, that's it. I have nobody else to see except I. I mean, that's amazing. And I understand that either way, I'm always sticking to myself. I'm going back to the I. I'm making sure I'm always in high regard. I have high morals. I have high values. I mean, check it out. I mean, every single day, you must understand that when you have high morals and high values, you understand greatness. You understand those people who are great. And greatness give knowledge. And that's what you need. You need high values in that. You need high morals in that, which is knowledge. You need to be connecting those words together every single day. You have to be pronunciating those vocabularies and getting and finding those nice beautiful synonyms every single day and checking about 20 words and connecting them together every single day. You have to connect 20 words. I mean, just keep connecting those words together because you get so much greater in what you want to say. I mean, say so much more words. I mean, go and really learn all the words out there and start understanding that vocabulary and start speaking it more and more and more and more and more into a video. And that way you'll be something much more, because what's greater than anything in the world is coming to Marketplace at any time and doing your work. I mean, do your work here at any time, because understand that over here, there's no apartments, or there's no apartments over here, but understand everything is in the light, but understand that you must save your life. You must save your life no matter what. You must save the individual you are. So if you're just helping yourself along the way, I realize if you're helping yourself in whatever regard, I mean, just help yourself, but don't deny yourself. I realize anything that's denying yourself is, let's say, not accepting yourself for who you are. I mean, it means that you want to cause damage more than help people. So understand, never cause damage, but make sure you're helping the damage. I mean, make sure that whoever's causing damage today is who you're helping. You must help those individuals who have mental health issues, who may cause some damage. So help them before they cause more damage. Is your safety net. I realize that's your insurance. I realize anything that's really helping you daily is you. I realize you are the only individual in your life that must be in your life. You must make people to be. You must understand that no matter what, that everybody's important, but understand you must be more important than I. You must be more important than everything. You must understand that when you go and live your life, you understand your I. You understand I love you. I love to give. I understand when I give, I shall receive. I receive so much more in this video because this time I gain a new experience. And every single time I do it, I gain a new experience and a new experience and a new experience and a new experience. And that experience teaches me something. Alright, now because two individuals sit there this time and two there, and alright, I have four this time. I have four people watching me sitting down. I mean, either way, this time it's a different occasion. And understand it's a different scenario, but I'm much smarter this time. I can actually speak in front of them. I can actually do much greater. I understand it's much more effective when you go and do it in front of a crowd, because that way you're doing your work and you're growing in front of the crowd is the best way. I mean, if you need to grow, you grow in front of the crowd first. I mean, I understand that there's a beautiful woman who understands that she comes at a beautiful street performance and she starts to sing, and she's around 13 years of age. But either way, understand that she's a woman. I understand a little baby's a woman. I understand either way that you must understand she sings and sings and sings and sings. But guess what? In 10 years' time, I promise you she'll be better than everybody else. I promise you either way that I understand I'm always far greater than everybody else. I'm far greater because either way I'll be practicing this for the next 10 years and my music production for the next 10 years. And everything that I have, I practice it. I learn it. I adapt to it. I make sure I adapt to life itself in a better way. I adapt in a quicker way. I make sure I learn much more than I am. I give that knowledge every single day. And then I'm always filling up myself with knowledge every single day because I understand knowledge is potential. I understand when I go and really speak it out every single day, I go and be ahead of the crowd in what I do because I understand that what's even better than life itself is giving information. I understand when I give that information daily, I go and perform it. I perform it in front of a crowd, but I make sure I do more and more and more, and that way I understand more and more and more. I only understand more when I give more. I understand when I do that daily, I make sure I'm always much more. I have to be much more than everybody. I have to understand that's the only way. I understand that's the only way I can be. I understand when I do that daily, I make sure I go even better. I make sure make sure that I go and really pronunciate myself in a better way. I understand when I do that, I give those ideas. I understand those ideas is something that helps you so much. I understand that it's really about speaking your story and who you are every day and being fast about it. I mean, be so fast to speak your story. I mean, that's the only inspirational matter every single day. But when you're doing it daily, I mean, you're going to be by yourself doing it. You have to understand that it's a journey. For instance, life is a journey of growth. And those who are growing the fastest are the ones who are much more richer than everybody else. You must understand that I love to be alone so much that I never chase a woman or anybody or you. I never chase you. I'll chase your knowledge. I'll chase the knowledge you have, because as soon as you give me that knowledge, I understand you're valuable. I understand there's many Serbian women in the community around Sydney. I realize they have no information to give me. I realize now they have the information, but they're not giving that as much as I am. Or else they're not even close to giving that information. I mean, they're not valuable as much. I mean, you understand? I realize they're not valuable like other women such as Oprah Winfrey and also Ellen DeGeneres, for example. Or else they give far more knowledge. Or else anybody who gives far more knowledge is more valuable. You must be giving those type of individuals much more as well. You must be giving everybody much more of your information, because everybody who's just going for somebody in life who is a somebody but doesn't do as much as somebody else is losing. Otherwise, if you ladies out there and men out there are going for individuals in terms of women and men who, let's say, don't give much of their information, you're just lost in life. You don't go for just anybody. You go for somebody who's more valuable than the crowd. You don't go for people who are somebody in the crowd who are egotistical and much more egotistical than the crowd. I understand some women and men love to go for women or men who are really egotistical. I mean, they're really egotistical, like the bikies, for example. I understand most of them are egotistical. I understand I realize those women go for those guys. I mean, do you understand? Because guess what? I realize they believe that's status around town. I realize those women believe the bikies are status around town. I mean, they are lying to themselves. I mean, who's a famous bikie today? I mean, understand you'll never find one. I mean, understand that those individuals don't give much information, and that's honest. I mean, come and shoot me for it. I mean, either way, I understand you guys get that rep. You get the rep for that. You get the rep for shooting people because you're in the bikies. I mean, I understand that. I understand those people who love to drink beer. I understand either way that what's important is understand that when you're doing drugs, you'll never be anybody. I promise you, drugs doesn't help. I promise you, what helps is this. I realize this is a drug. I realize this information I give is a drug every single day. I'm always giving this information daily. I understand when I give information daily, I'm much more of a performer. I'm much more able to give much more than I am. I realize when I give much more, I make sure that everybody around me is so fast to walk and talk and do everything. I understand when I go and really adapt quickly, I don't go and drive my bicycle with anybody else except I. I don't go walking without anything other than I. I realize now when I walk with my eye, I only never walk without I walk with I. I understand no matter what that my eye is so strong that I'll never lose it. I understand I never have to walk with other people. I never walk with other people. I never talk with other people. I talk with I only. I talk with I. I realize when I talk with you, I talk with I. I'm not talking to you. I realize we may be on the microphone over here and having a conversation. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to I. I mean, if you're here talking to me, I'm not talking to you though, even though you're here with me talking to me in terms of my I. I realize I understand either way. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to I. I understand that's why I'm focusing on I. I understand that what's important is understand the I focus, I concentration. I realize if you go to the one aspect of life, which is that little letter I, you'll focus, and your nice beautiful focus and concentration and peak performance will skyrocket. I mean, it's the best way to be. I mean, anything that's the best way to be is making sure that you're pronunciating your life in a better way and understanding that whatever you want, you can achieve it, you can get it, you can understand to deliver it, you can understand to be it in a better way, because that's the only way. I promise you, the only way is growth. I promise you, every single day you perform it and perform it and perform it, and understand you just come give and give and give and give and give. You give your heart out every single day. You give what you love to do every single day. I mean, understand, that's the whole point. I realize it's just make sure every single day you're communicating and communicating your beautiful life. I mean, I understand this is the first time I'm at Marketplace at 8:45. I understand either way, I'm still doing my work. I'll do my work over here all day long because I understand I'm never late to do my work now. I understand that what's important is I come here and I just make sure I protect myself in a way that I give knowledge, because that's the best protection. Or else the best armor in the world and the best barrier of protection and insurance is giving knowledge. I promise you, that's the best way you'll make it. I promise you, you'll make it when you're giving knowledge. You'll be somebody really quickly. I mean, if you have 1 billion hours on YouTube right now, I mean, you're famous. I mean, you're famous, so what are you waiting for? I mean, go make 1 billion audios about anything in life? I mean, what are you interested about? I mean, what kind of audios? I mean, what's in an audio? I mean, information, and that's your product. I mean, that's your passion. So go talk about it all day long, because those who love their passions talk about it all day long. I mean, what am I passionate about? I am my passion. I talk about my life. I realize my passion is making sure I'm the best I can be. I realize my passion is making sure I follow Jesus Christ. I realize my passion is making sure I inspire people. I realize my passion is making sure I public speak on the busking performance. I realize my passion is giving out my business cards. I realize my passion is making sure I have a beautiful speaker so that you can hear me. I realize my passion is promoting myself with promotional tags. I realize my passion is making sure that I live in Sydney CBD other than anywhere else right now. I mean, do you understand? I mean, my passion is to have 1-bedroom apartment over 2-bedroom apartments or over anything. I just need 1. I don't need 2, man. I don't need 3. I don't need 8,000 units like Grant Cardone. I don't need 8,000 units to live life, man. I mean, do you understand? I just need 1 unit and that's it. I mean, who said that 8,000 is better than 1 unit? I mean, who said that 8,000 units is better than 1 unit? I mean, understand, I love Grant Cardone, I love everybody. I mean, understand, if I promote you and I say, hey, I want to promote you, I want to remix your track, I want to promote you for life, and you say no because of my following, I mean, understand, this video is here for billions of years. I mean, every single time, now, let's say I remix your track, or I interview you, and you say no, you will never be promoted for the rest of your life with me, in terms of my eye. I realize you missed out on big opportunity right here. Because if you say yes, you are coming in to my YouTube channel. And billions and billions of people will watch me and they will see you. And I realize, and they'll see your face, at least. For billions of years. So imagine saying no to my opportunity. I understand either way, those who don't want to promote themselves will say no. I understand Lil Bar as well. I understand I give her some money and she doesn't like me. I understand either way that what's important is the money that I give her is the nice beautiful information that I created with her, which is that nice beautiful voice of hers in terms of I realize my Lil Bar track with I Hit the Jackpot. I realize go check it out. I realize she has a beautiful voice, but she is very arrogant. I realize she's very arrogant about me and how I created that in terms of my eye. I realize she doesn't like that I created her voice in terms of I. I understand either way, I create that. I create my eye with her. I understand I love to create her voice, but she doesn't want me to. I mean, that's ugly. I mean, that's arrogant. I realize if you don't want me to help you, I realize that's very arrogant. I realize that means egotistical, and that's how Lil Bar is. I mean, either way, I mean, she's a beautiful soul. I understand that she's a beautiful soul. I understand everybody's a beautiful soul, but I understand that she's unaware about her life. I understand that what's important is understand every single day I'm going to live that life that I have. I live it, I breathe it, I give it. I am much more than it. I am much more than everything in life because I understand I give that knowledge. I give the knowledge. I have a business card. I have a YouTube channel. I mean, come and check out the ideas. I have an Instagram because that's what you need today. I understand it's not 30 years ago anymore. I'm a YouTuber because I make 1 billion videos and I post it on YouTube and I'll become famous. You have to become a YouTuber as well. You have to understand everybody has to be a YouTuber today. Thank you. I understand no matter what you're doing, I understand that what you understand is when you promote somebody, you will promote yourself the most. You understand every single day you must go and do your work. You must go and really live life. You must understand that what you want today, or as what you want today is yourself the most. You must understand you must go and really dwell upon what you want and then just understand what you need. Your needs are something that is even more important than your wants. So I need to understand that I need my eye. I need my eye. I need to say I love you. I mean, that's that. I want the Ferrari though. I want the Ferrari, but do I have a Ferrari now? I have a Ferrari now. I have my eye though. I love you. I can say I love you. And I love you. I mean, I to say I love you, I can say I love you. And that's much more than a Ferrari, isn't it? I mean, isn't it nice when I say I love you? I mean, what do you want? I mean, do you want a human heart or do you want a Ferrari? I mean, you cannot choose both. I mean, a human heart that says I love you is much more than a Ferrari. I mean, if you disagree with humans and you love a Ferrari more than humans, I mean, that means you dislike yourself. So understand you're a human. So love yourself more and you understand why. I mean, why do you want to love yourself? I mean, you have to. You have to because of I. I means you. I means I love you. I means understanding. I understand when I say I, you must do it for the word I. I mean, you understand? I mean, the word I is something you're going for. You're going for that kind of aspect of life every single day. So be a star and make sure every single day that when you're a star, you just keep the fame, as Grant Cardone says. I mean, keep the fame. Keep the spotlight. I mean, keep raising that bar. I mean, keep really developing yourself every single day with or without the crowd. Because otherwise, understand that if you're not developing yourself, it means that you're staying with the crowd. I don't want you to stay with the crowd. I want you to leave the crowd because that's how you become independent. You leave your family and you go alone. And that's how you walk alone, baby. And then you understand Jesus Christ. And you understand why Jesus Christ grows. Because Jesus Christ is never with the crowd. I mean, Jesus Christ goes to the crowd and lifts them only this time. I mean, most people stay with the crowd to just see what the crowd is doing. I mean, that's that. I mean, what's the difference? I mean, Jesus comes to lift the crowd, or else Jesus is in the spotlight, but the crowd, who just stays with the crowd, is watching Jesus Christ. I mean, don't stay with the crowd, but go Jesus Christ. I mean, do you understand? I mean, that's the only way. I mean, understand that what you want today is understand Jesus Christ. I mean, understand the knowledge of Jesus Christ. I mean, the knowledge is what you need. You need my knowledge. I have over 600 hours of knowledge to give you. I mean, that's wisdom. I mean about life. I mean about my story. About something that you need every single day. I mean, that's something that's worthy. I mean, if I'm not worthy, I promise you my information is worthy to give you. I'm always worthy. I'm always worthy to give you my information. I understand that if I call myself I'm not worthy, I'll still give you information though. I'll still help you. I'll still help you grow because I'm worthy. I understand positive affirmations. I understand that's the only way to go. So call yourself worthy rather than unworthy. But understand no matter what happens, I'd rather give you information, and that's how I grow. I grow through really understanding thinking in my I. I understand the only aspect of reactions that anybody has in terms of a reaction today is I. I understand everything is I simplified into I again. I understand when I go and I again you every single day, I make sure I go and grow. I grow the foundation every single day to lift my life. I understand when I lift my life every single day, I go and focus upon what I had. I understand that's very important every single day. I understand it's very important that you go and grow thyself all the time. Because when you do so, you love your life. You love the individual you are. I understand this time I get some looks from some woman because I'm already famous. I understand this look is something different because she's actually looking and she's actually walking to say, you need to be with me. I understand because now, because I'm very successful, I'll get these kind of looks. I understand before, I didn't even get a woman's look like that where women will just go and pass and just say, I mean, they'll look at the next guy. I mean, now the women are looking at me more because I'm very successful. I mean, I'm more successful than most people in the planet. I mean, that's for sure. I'm the most successful in the planet right now. I mean, there's nobody much more smarter than I am today because I know myself. I know my I. I know myself in I. I understand that no matter what, I'm always growing. I make sure that every single day I'm performing. And when I perform, I never waste time. I never waste time for the individual I am. I make sure I focus upon what I do every single day so that I can deliver you quality and so that I can deliver you information and so that I can punch you out with my information. I'll beat you up and I'll shut you up and I'll do everything in my power to grow you. I mean, do you understand what I mean? I'll punch you out and shut you up with my knowledge so that I grow you. I mean, that's that. I mean, I'll kick your ass. I mean, I'll call you everything under the blue sun so I can grow you. I mean, do you understand? Because I just want to grow you. I don't want to do anything else. I mean, that's a smart ass. I mean, that's what you need to do every single day. I mean, every single day you go and perform. I mean, just perform every single day and just realize every single day you have to do something that's really going to help you. I mean, what's going to help you today? I mean, I. I is the first word that helps you. I mean, just say I first and then understand that's where you go. I mean, just I is going to help you. I mean, when you say I, you understand who helps you. I mean, every single day I say I is the only one that can help I today. I understand that's why I'm here. I'm developing thyself. I understand everybody loves to look at me because I'm something that's doing something every single day. I'm doing something like this at this time. I understand there's no guys around me, man. I understand I have no crowd around me. I understand that what's important is I'm much more. I'm much more than the crowd. I understand that it's very important to do so. I understand when you go and really dwell upon a better life, you understand why this is so inspirational. I mean, guess what? I realized at 8:55 p.m. at night, I'm doing this at my own place. I mean, understand that nobody here in terms of life, in terms of today, grabbed my business card for I. I mean, understand that no matter what, the other people in terms of life are taking photos of my nice, beautiful promotional over there, but I understand that nobody wants to come and check out my business card as well. I mean, come and get my business card. I mean, it's right here on top of my nice, beautiful public speaking speaker. I understand either way, I make sure that no matter what, I understand I just keep performing, because what's important is not the 22 followers I have on YouTube, but the 600 hours of knowledge I give you. I promise you, that's something very special, because you have to understand, when you give somebody knowledge, you understand what I mean. I mean, when you're helping somebody, I mean, how special is that, isn't it? I mean, 600 hours of help on YouTube and more. I mean, that's something big, huh? I mean, especially when you're not documenting it, in terms of when you document it, I mean, and you put it on YouTube, I mean, that's special. But when you understand that what's special every single day is when you understand that what's not special is when you are helping other people and you're doing 600 hours of that, but you're not documenting it. I mean, that's a waste of time, isn't it? I mean, you can say so because now we have phones. I mean, now you can document it. But if you're purposefully just going around helping people without recording it, then you're wasting time. I realize I'm always now, but guess what? You're wasting time in a way. You're wasting your time, because I understand, I love to help people. I mean, if you just go around helping people all your life, you'll grow, definitely. But you just never will grow online. You just never will grow on YouTube, because you're not recording it. You're not posting up on social media. I mean, today's social media, I mean, it's not 50 years ago anymore. I mean, it's not World War II days. I mean, this is the internet days, so post everything online as quickly as possible and learn the technology as quickly as possible. I mean, we're lucky. I mean, we're fortunate to have technology today. So realize I'm somebody very fortunate who can actually learn and grow very fast now. I understand when I grow very fast, I'm really doing something very spiritual every single day, because that's what I do. I understand when I do something spiritual, I learn the technology that you hold. I learn it. I learned that, baby. I understand. I learn everything about you. I learn everything that you're wearing. I learn about all of life. I have to be very interesting. I have to be making sure that I'm successful. I have to be pounding through that information. I have to dig into that information, baby. I understand now I can produce music, baby. I understand that I realize my 2020 album, I'm very excited and I realize my 2020 album, I have to understand that no matter what, I realize when excitement comes into you, you just say, I know I, and that's it. You just say, I know, you just say, I know I only. And that's the difference. I promise you. I know I is very different to I know I only. You must say I know I only, because everything else you don't know. You only must know your I. I understand, that's it. I mean, I love you. I mean, every single day I just know my I only. And that's it, because I love to grow. But now when I make music production, I mean, there's a big difference between 2016 album and 2020 album that I have. And there's a big difference in sound quality and the production and vocals now I can do. I can do some vocals. I understand when I do some vocals, I right now believe that no matter what, that in the years to come, I understand I'll be making even more. But I understand that what's important is go and dwell upon something greater and teach people ideas about everything that you do. I mean, teach people ideas about how to live people. I mean, teach people about your ideas and your kids' ideas and everything. And spread the message of God. I mean, whatever he's saying is something that's information, so that's God. I mean, that information is God. I mean, we're all speaking that information daily. I mean, as soon as you're walking and you're dressing a certain way and you're doing something, I mean, this is one idea that you can do. I mean, this is one idea. I mean, what do you want to do? I mean, if you're not interested in doing this for yourself, then what can you do? I mean, this is just one aspect of life that I do. I mean, I get up in front of an audience, I public speak. I mean, that's just one idea. I mean, that's two ideas. I make sure I get myself a portable speaker and promote my name, and I give those ideas daily, because I understand that's what's important. I understand it's really make sure you're going and being that spontaneous self. I understand when you do that daily, you can always do it. You can always make sure that no matter what, you're going to outsmart everybody. You have to outsmart your parents. You have to outsmart everybody, because that's how you live life. I promise you, nobody else has the best intention than you. You must understand, you must have the best intention for yourself all the time. I have great intentions for you, because I have great intentions for I. But understand that most people don't give you much knowledge like I do. I promise you, I give you 600 hours of video content in information. I mean, how much information do you give me? I'll give you 600 hours, baby. I mean, in 1 year's time, I'll make another 600 hours. I mean, do you understand what that is? I mean, there's a big difference. I mean, I understand that I'm always inspirational. I understand my information is something you need. You need that information daily. You need to come and check out my business card. You need to check out my YouTube channel. You need to start reading for yourself. You need to start developing if you want to be somebody. Otherwise, if you don't want to read information from my YouTube channel, you go read Jesus Christ Bible then, because that's full of information. So read something. I mean, read something about your life every single day. You must be reading. You must be grabbing the spotlight every single day. You must have a greater attitude for yourself. You must understand that when you're doing something very appropriate, you're going to be doing it in the best time. So understand that 6 p.m. curfew I have, but I'm overtime today. I mean, today's overtime for some reason, but guess what? I love life because I get to experience my own place like this. I understand either way, I grab the spotlight over here, I see a star, I see a mega star up here. I understand one star over there, I mean, this is all stars over here. I understand either way, that's what you need to understand. You can be a star yourself. You can be a star, but you need a YouTube channel. You have to check out my YouTube channel. You have to understand every single day, I make sure every single day I have a legacy, I have something to perform, I have something to give you. Every single day, I'll give you a little bit of presents. I'll give you some Christmas presents. I'll give you 600 hours and more of video content every single day. I'll give you 1 hour. I'm not sure, I'll give you 1 hour for sure. 1 hour, I realize 1 hour every single day I'll give you. I can be for sure that I'll create 1 hour video every single day on YouTube. I mean, I can do that. I understand that either way, that what's important is go make your own YouTube account and make your own social media profile if you want to be famous. But if you don't want to be famous, I realize why. Because you're not confident. I'm confident to be famous. I'm confident about that. I'm confident to be on nice, beautiful YouTube and to promote myself in front of you like this. I'm confident. I thank you. I'm confident I'm famous. I'm confident because I understand I can public speak. You also have to learn. You have to look at my knowledge. You have to understand to go there. You have to take a photo. Thank you. I said that's what you need to do. That's every single day. I understand my life. I understand I'm very confident to be famous. I understand that. I understand Australian. Australia, 25, understand 25 million people. There's only one Danny Milivojevic. There's only one Australian right now who has over 600 hours of video content. Nobody will outdo me in Australia. None of you in Australia will outdo me ever with my content. I challenge you. I challenge you guys to do more than 600 hours than me. I promise you, if you don't start now, then you're lost already. I understand either way, you must understand what I do. You must understand I'm a music producer as well, so come and do that as well. And I understand I'm a comedian as well. I'm also an actor because I do everything. I do everything. I'm a traveler. I'm a fashion guru. I love fashion. I have over 13,000 photos on my Instagram. I understand ladies love to do photos of themselves. I have 13,000 photos on my Instagram right now. Come and check it out. I understand no matter what. Just because you understand something, you must teach it. You must teach what you love every single day. If they're not interesting about you, you must understand they're not interesting themselves. I promise you, what is so interesting about life is be more interesting about your life and never interested about your life. Be interesting about your life. Be curious. And curious is a much better word than interesting in terms of interested. Understand that you say the word curious instead of interested. Promise you, that's even better. Promise you, you must be able to switch some words together. So instead of saying raptured, you say unbreakable. Do you understand? Either way, swap the words around. Understand that anything that's raptured is also breakable. Anything that's raptured is also unbreakable. Otherwise, understand, you can always go and dwell upon a better way. You can go and find a better way. I promise you, there's always something more to do. But I expect all of you to come to New Year's Eve, in terms of New Year's Eve, and watch the fireworks, please. Because I understand they're telling people to stay at home. I understand they're telling people to stay at home. I'm going to the fireworks today. I understand either way that today, in 24 hours, I understand it's New Year's Eve in 3 hours. I understand either way, I'm here. I'm here doing my work. I understand no matter what, I will be walking around city all day long. I understand I have a 12-hour speaker. I have a 12-hour speaker that's really 12 hours in battery that can go and power me up, baby. I understand either way, it's going to be pumping all day long. I understand that when the nice beautiful fireworks in Sydney happens, I will be pumping my music. And it's going to be me watching that nice beautiful fireworks in Sydney, Australia, because that's where I'm going. I say I'll be watching the fireworks, and not on TV. I will never be watching on TV. I thank you very much. I understand that when I go and perform every single day, I thank you. I realize that I don't know what you're doing, but I understand that it's really, I understand you're doing something. I understand every single day I'm just really performing here, I understand every single day are going to be great. Are you giving me something? I thank you very much. I can receive it. I thank you. I thank you. I thank you very much. I say Merry Christmas. I thank you. You ladies can find me on YouTube anytime at Danny Milivojevic. I thank you. Or else I just made $10. I understand that no matter what. Thank you very much. I understand either way that what's very important is understand that when you go and really do something that's really going to help perform in a nice, better way, where you understand that no matter what, that you're abundant in your life, so you deserve to make money for yourself. So get up on a nice, beautiful public speaking microphone and start to do it, and understand that no matter what, that beautiful people will come and give you $10 in terms of Australian dollars. I mean, guess what? Or else $10 in plastic money. But guess what? I give far more than this. I'm worth more than this. But understand that it's such a great present that I make $10 today in terms of plastic money. I understand either way, I never asked for that money because I asked for I. I love to make everything. I understand everything in terms of life is very important when you go and really do something. I understand these people are Arabic people. I understand the Arabic woman and her mum. I understand either way. So I promote that. I promote who gives me these nice, beautiful knowledge. I understand no matter what, you just promote everything. So understand when you promote yourself, you shall be promoting something greater. I promise you. You have to understand that no matter what, anything that's greater is lifting only. You have to be lifting. You have to understand that when you give a performance, you give the best performance of your life. You have to give the best performance of your life. I promise you, that's how it is. I promise you, that's what you need to do all the time. I promise you, I always have a tech talk. I always have a nice, beautiful TED talk over here. I understand TED talks. I understand they give people 10 minutes only on the stage. I understand when they give you 10 minutes only to speak, I mean, there's not much to speak there. I understand I'm here doing a TED talk for 2 hours today. I understand that's a TED talk. I mean, that's a better TED talk than 10 minutes. I understand I do it for 2 hours. I mean, that's much better. I understand when you come and do this yourself, you'll find out how I do it. I understand that's how you do it. You come and do it yourself. You come and do it yourself in a different way. I mean, come and make sure you check it out. I mean, check out the whole package, baby. I understand when you check it out, I understand this is a trends journal. I mean, this is also a trends journal. I understand when I go and see General Celente, he says, check out the magazine over there. I mean, he makes a new magazine every single day. But guess what? I realize that what's amazing about your life must be your magazine. You must put your magazine on a video, and you must understand to put in the audio and your voice as well, and record it, and record it, and record it, and help people with that, and then give it for free. And then that's the best present. I thank you. I understand when you really give something of your heart every single day, you just perform it. You live it. You breathe it. You understand it. You must understand to see it. You must understand to be something greater than it in terms of what you have. Or else when you have something greater than it, you must be you. You must understand you are something greater than that. You're something greater than everything. So understand that when you go and really perform, you perform even in front of non-human animals and everything. Because I'm never negative. I'm a vegan. I understand I learn about all aspects of life. But I make sure I stay away from most food out there so that I can have energy and so that I can have a better schedule and so that I can go and continue my performance on the street. I understand I deserve it. I deserve to come and do my nice, beautiful knowledge because I'm passionate about that. I'm passionate about life, coaching. I'm a life coach. I'm a music producer. I'm a rapper. I'm a songwriter. I understand that. I understand no matter what, I'm I only. I understand that's how I grow. I understand if you just want to label me anything about my life, you just say that's I, and that's that. I mean, that's how I want to be known by in terms of my I. I just want you to say that is I, and that's how you label me. You label me by the I. I mean, understand that is how I really understand I go in the best way, and understand that is all I teach every single day. I teach you I love you. I teach you every single day how to really say something like I love you every single day because that's what I really do. I always give that knowledge every single day. I have to give the knowledge. I have to understand that if you want to be anything, you have to check out my Instagram. You have to give my business card. Or else either way, I need you to understand that what you need every single day is a business card from my information. Or else my information is something that really gives you that nice, beautiful knowledge every single day. I understand it's very important. You have to understand that I lift people with my information every single day. I say Happy New Year. I thank you. I say every single day that you must understand Happy New Year's to everybody. I understand, or else it's Happy New Year's Eve first. I understand that what's important is realize every single day you must be performing regardless of what time it is. I mean, what's the time? I mean, understand the time is now. I mean, I'm doing my YouTube channel. I mean, come on. I mean, come and check it out. I mean, come and check it out over here. I mean, check out my name and my YouTube channel. I mean, I just give some free ideas. I mean, come on the microphone. I mean, come and have a talk with me. I understand that we are going to talk about something. I mean, do you have a question? I mean, any question that you have about business and life and about health and veganism?
I just turned 18 today.
You turn 18, so what are you doing with your life?
I just got into film school.
I mean, when you hold your beautiful
that?
microphone, you hold it like this.
That. There we go. Yeah, sweet.
Alright, now you put it to your mouth,
Yeah.
and you hold your nice, beautiful.
There we go.
See this? Has to be on the top of your mouth like this because
Like this? COVID?
you have to do this one here.
Am I doing it right?
You see, you put your finger to your mouth. You put your mouth. You speak like that.
There we go.
You understand?
Cool.
Because
Yeah,
do you understand why?
Why is
Because
that?
I had a blister here of my
Yeah.
nice, beautiful lips.
Yeah.
And this is what happens.
Yeah.
And then when that's happening for 8 hours,
Yeah.
you get a blister.
I got it. I got you.
So you block it with
You're
your.
looking out for me.
You block it.
Sweet.
So
Too
that's how
easy.
you be a speaker in terms of public speaking. But if you're holding a microphone like this,
Yeah, flop
I
around.
mean, obviously you're not doing a public
of
speaking
course.
program.
No.
I mean, I understand that either way. You're 18, so what
Yeah.
are you planning with your life now?
I'm going to film school.
You're going to film school, and how are you
Yeah.
doing that film school?
How am I doing it? It's 15 minutes away from me. It's very convenient. It's good. I deferred actually for a year, so I've got a full year, 2021, free. I'm probably going to get a job.
I see you have a full year, and now
Yeah.
when you have a job, what are you doing?
I don't know. I still need to apply. I want to go on next month, get started, but it'll probably be Macca's or something.
I mean, why are you going Macca's? I mean, why don't you do film school on the street in terms of busking
film
performance?
school on the street. I mean, how could I do that realistically?
I mean, if you're doing film school, you teach people about film school on the
I don't
street.
know much about film school. That's why I'm going to learn.
I mean, now since you're learning,
Yeah.
since you're going to learn,
Yeah.
you come and teach people what you learn. You go and teach people what you
yeah.
learn on the busking performance, and you get yourself a microphone, and you say, "This is what I learned about film school, and this is why I'm so passionate about film school."
Yeah, I could do that, but like I'm starting next, like in a year's time, in like 12 months. So.
Alright, now 12 months is a lot of
Yeah.
time, so start now. I mean,
Well, like I don't know much. Like I couldn't teach people because I haven't been yet. Like I haven't been for 12 months.
I mean, understand that whatever you're passionate about. I mean, what's the
Yeah.
best passion that you have right now in terms of information? I mean, what's that idea that has the information quality that you love about life?
Fuck, I don't know. I like rap music.
I mean, what do you love about rap music? I mean, do you rap yourself?
No, I don't rap. I like listening to it.
I mean, now you have to understand that you're searching for a passion over here, but you have to understand that your best passion must be you first.
Yeah, I get
You
you.
must understand you have that story of yours.
Yeah.
You have full of information about that?
I guess so.
I mean, come and do it on the street in terms
Yeah.
of busking performance, and come
Yeah.
and give your story. And come and teach people about how you live life.
I don't know. I don't know if people will be interested in that.
I mean, come on. I mean, I understand that when Jesus starts speaking about his story,
Yeah.
and when everybody starts speaking about the story more, I mean, eventually they're going to be much more interesting. You have to understand that your story is interesting. I mean, everybody's story is different.
I mean, is it? I don't think it is. I don't think my story is interesting.
I mean, your story is interesting because I understand that you have a beautiful personality right now, because you are the only one today in 2 hours who's actually stepped
Of
forward
course.
in terms of with I today to actually even do a nice beautiful interview like this, which is an entrepreneurship type of
Yeah.
leadership quality over here, because you're showing me that right now.
Yeah.
But what's important is understand that the more you talk about yourself, the more you love yourself. But understand you have that nice beautiful passion of yours, which is that information that you grew up with.
Yeah.
I mean, why don't you teach people that?
I don't know. I guess there'll be people that are more knowledgeable on certain subjects than me. I mean, I'm only 18. I don't have that much life experience, I guess.
I mean, you have life experience though. You're the only one who's lived your life.
Yeah, you're true.
I mean, why don't you teach that aspect of life? I mean, you're the only one who's lived that life for yourself.
I don't know. I guess. I don't know. People won't be interested in my life.
I mean, I'm interested in your life
Are you?
already.
Are
But
you?
understand, no matter what, you don't need other people to be interested in you to
Right.
start. You don't
Yeah.
need me to be interested in you.
Yeah.
You just need to start because you must be interested in yourself to start.
I mean, can I just say that to myself then? If I'm interested in myself, I don't need to say it to other people. I don't need to tell my story to other people. I guess I could envision it myself.
I mean, if you don't want to tell people your story, then how do you plan to be something famous and great?
I don't know. I guess having a different outlook on the world. I want to tell other people's stories, maybe. Filmmaker.
I mean, now, if you want to tell other people's stories, you do it on the street again,
Yeah.
and you start giving other people's stories. Then,
Yeah.
but your story is the best one.
I
I'd
disagree.
rather give your story than other people's story.
I disagree. I think someone else's story could be way more interesting than mine. I could go to a different area in the world, someone that grew up worse than I did, someone that had it tougher than I did. I think telling their upbringing, telling their story, their rise to fame would be much more thrilling, much more entertaining. I mean, I was born in Sydney. It's not like I came from a poor background or anything. Like, people aren't interested in that. They won't buy into that. I want to tell someone else.
Or else everybody's going to be interested in you the more you talk about your story. But if you don't talk about your story, then nobody will be interested in you.
I mean, I don't really mind if no one is interested in me, you know?
I realize I'd rather all the women be interested in you, or if
Yeah,
you're gay,
I mean-
I realize all the guys to be interested in you in the spotlight.
Yeah,
I realize
no.
when you're something like Jesus Christ, for example, I mean,
Yeah.
look at Jesus Christ, understand Jesus Christ teaches everybody, understand that he's always making sure that he increases his story. So why don't you increase your story?
I don't know. I want to tell if there's a woman, I don't know. I'll tell her privately. I don't know. I don't need to like scream it from the rooftops or anything. I mean,
I actually get some looks from women, and they're actually walking and they're signaling me to go over there, but I never go over there because I understand they love me because I have over 600 hours of video content about my story.
but do they know that?
I understand they would look at me like that, but I understand I realize that's something that you can also appreciate for yourself, that when you talk about yourself 600 hours more, I mean, what does that feel like?
I don't know. I've never really done that before.
I mean, if you live for the next 5 years, how does that live? I mean, how does that feel like?
I don't know. I haven't lived it. I mean, I guess it won't be too different to how I've lived my previous last 5 years.
I realize now, because you're living more, you expect to live another 5 years.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, that means you're passionate about something. So what are you passionate about?
Life, living,
I mean,
experience.
I mean, that's what you talk about on the street then. I mean, you come to a public speaking performance and you speak about that because that's
no,
your
but
passion.
I get that. I understand that. But the thing is, I don't want to speak to nobody. Like, no one's going to listen to my story. That's the thing.
I mean, you must listen first. You must listen to your story first. So if you value your story, you'll speak it. But if you don't, then nobody else is going to speak for you and your story. And nobody is going to live your life for you. But understand, if you're interested about living your life and you're interested about living your life for the next 5 years, you need to understand those three subjects that you really told me right now is something you have to speak about.
I mean, are you religious? Does that influence your worldview?
I am everything. So I'm all the aspects of life in Jesus Christ. So I follow Jesus Christ every single day, but I make sure to go and really grow people as much as I can. I mean, are you passionate about growing people?
I guess not.
I mean, why? I mean, how come you don't want to inspire me?
I don't want to.
I mean, because growth. I mean, anything that's in growth mode is inspirational. So, I mean, are you interested in, let's say, inspiring other people for yourself?
I'm interested in inspiring other people, yeah, but like not necessarily about me, about other people, I guess.
I mean, so you want to, or you actually have a passion to inspire other people with?
To a certain extent, I guess so.
Or else now, what's that passion that you love?
I don't know. I still need to figure out. I mean, I want to make films.
I see. So films, and or there's a certain information there that you love about films. But what really is it that you love about films?
The way that you can tell someone else's story, the way that you can evoke emotion upon someone else.
I understand that. I mean, why is it other people's story and why isn't it your story?
Because my story's not interesting.
I mean, what is not interesting about your story?
I mean, really, who's going to watch a film about a kid who grows up in Sydney and doesly really have to deal with much in his life? I mean, I know there's people that have to deal with a lot more than me. No one's going to be interested in my story.
I mean, you're just 18, but
Yeah.
I mean, you just started life.
Yeah.
I mean, why don't you talk about your story now? Because you have the next 72 years.
My story's 25% complete, 20% complete. Maybe when I'm 80, I can tell my story if there's something significant that happened. I don't know.
I mean, either way, do you have interesting parts of your life?
No.
I mean, why is that?
Because it's just a Western way that I've just lived the basic Western life of just being born, going to school, graduate school. I mean, that's just it, really.
I mean, and what do you love about your life right now?
I love my family.
I mean, talk about your family on the street in terms of busking performance all day long then.
I don't know. I don't have a passion for busking. I don't necessarily feel comfortable. I don't feel like I need to do it, I guess.
I mean, do you love to talk about your family?
No.
I mean, what do you love then? I mean, what do you love to do?
I love to be with my family, I guess.
You love to be with your family, so talk about that.
I don't need to talk about it, I guess.
I mean, so, I mean, do you love to talk at all?
I'm not a talker. I'm not a talker.
I mean, do you want to talk in life?
I would like to express myself. I don't know if I'd like to talk about myself, I guess.
I mean, so if you're expressing yourself, you have to talk. But if you don't want to...
I disagree. I think you can express yourself in other ways. Through music, through art, through painting, through other sort of ways. You don't have to talk.
I understand, although when you're expressing yourself, you're still expressing yourself. And I understand you're not talking now. You're still expressing yourself, but you're still talking to me. Whereas now, do you want to talk or you don't want to talk?
No, I want to talk.
You want to talk. Whereas now, because you want to talk, I mean, you have to come and do it on a public speaking performance in terms of your life and talk about something.
I mean, do I?
You have to if you want to be famous.
I don't want to be famous, I guess.
Whereas now, because you don't want to be famous, you don't have to be famous. I realize it's not a, let's say, or else it's an option, but it's not something that you have to do if you don't
I mean,
want
there's
to.
not a goal of mine, I guess. The goal of mine is just to live the best life that I can, I guess.
I mean, now because you want to live the best life, or else that's because you want to be famous.
No, I don't want to be famous.
Or else now...
I feel like the way you live your best life is not to be famous. The way to live your best life is to be happy with yourself, I guess.
I mean, Jesus is famous, so why don't you want to be famous?
Because I'm an atheist.
You're an atheist, so
Yeah.
why is that?
Because I like to base the way that I view the world on reason and science.
I mean, are you against Jesus? Or
I'm not against Jesus, no way.
I see, so you're with Jesus.
If God can be proven, I'll happily buy into it. But for me, I feel like God as an entity cannot be proven to me through science, through reason, through research. Therefore, I won't buy into it.
I see. So you just need more information about Jesus Christ to believe in Jesus Christ.
Not more information. There's enough information. Just more proof.
You just need more proof. So you just need more information about it first to really convince yourself of it.
Not information. No, I'd like for there to be proof that Jesus did the things he did, for there to be proof that God exists, for there to be proof of spirituality. I don't know if that... I mean, I completely respect other people's beliefs. I understand that's how people work, but for me, it's just, I don't know, I like to live my own life.
I understand. So when you love to live your own life, you have to understand what about your life is so amazing.
That I can make my own decisions, I can have my own free will.
You can have your own free will. So when you talk about that, what do you talk about all day long?
I don't talk about it.
I mean, so because you don't talk about it, what do you talk about?
Bro, I gotta go, but it's been good talking to you, I promise you.
I have no worries.
1 minute?
I have no worries. I have no worries, but just what's amazing about this life, you have to understand, it's really, understand that everything about proof and validation and everything that you ever need, you have to understand, it's really, look at the knowledge of life. You have to understand that Jesus is there. You have to understand, Jesus is everywhere. You have to understand that no
I
matter
disagree.
what.
I don't think Jesus is everywhere, man.
I understand that no matter what, it's because of something that you believe. But understand that whatever you believe in life, you must grow. I mean, do you agree with that?
Yeah.
I say, anyway, I understand, thank you very much, but what's important, you must understand that my beautiful Instagram has a lot of ideas.
Of course, I'll chuck you a follow, bro.
I mean, either way, I have 13,000 photos of myself. I mean, go and do those for yourself. I mean, go and do 13,000 photos of yourself the way I do in a different way.
All right, bro.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, mate.
I love you. I'll never touch you because I never kill you. I never kill you because I understand Jesus will never kill you. So I understand I'll never kill you either. I thank you. I see you. I'll see you very soon. I thank you. I understand that what's important every single day is making sure that you go and interview people and have a nice, beautiful conversation with yourself and other people on camera, but do your best to make people grow. I understand that sometimes people are not motivated like you are. I understand that what's important is just make sure you point people in the best directions so that they can grow themselves, because all that you can do really is go around me so that you can make me grow. But you cannot go directly to me to make me grow. I mean, do you understand? I go around you. And then I make it your idea. I mean, do you understand? I make whatever it is, or I make whatever it is about my videos and my information that's around you only. And then you get to choose those ideas around you. So let's say you are in the middle, and I give you a whole nice, beautiful open space of a tornado around you. And those are the ideas I give you. I mean, the tornado around you is the ideas. But then you're the one who grabs the idea, and then you apply it, and you put it into your pocket. And then you go grab the tornado over here, you grab one idea, and you put it into your pocket. And then you like this idea, but this idea you don't like, but you like this one here, you grab this one. Or else now, because you have 3 ideas, or else that one that you didn't like before now makes sense, because when you grab this idea, that's when this idea already makes sense now. I mean, now you're actually aware of the one that you didn't like, in terms of the idea that you didn't like that I gave. Or else now, because I gave you 5 ideas that's related to other aspects of life, you now love the idea that you didn't like. You didn't grab this one, but you say those 3 ideas no, but then you grab another 5,000 ideas from me, and you say these 3 ideas, yeah, I love these 3 ideas too. I mean, do you understand? So many people are blocking these ideas from their life. So I give this gentleman here some ideas about Jesus Christ and all that, but he's denying Jesus Christ, and he's denying to live life in the fullest of life in terms of fame, and he doesn't want to live famous, or else he doesn't want to talk about himself, or else he doesn't want to talk about his family anymore, or else he doesn't want to talk up in terms of, let's say, speak up, but yes he does, or else now, yes he does, or else yes he does want to speak up, but before he said no. Or else now, he wants to express himself in a different way other than talking. So he's just very confused about what talking is. I understand either way that he's just somebody who's 18 years of age, but he's very young, and I understand that either way that he wants to, or else he wants to talk about other people rather than himself. Or else now, you must understand, to never talk about other people, I mean, first of all, if you talk about other people more than yourself, I realize it's because you don't like yourself, and it's because you're doing too much drugs. I promise you, that's the number one reason. I promise you, the other reason that he doesn't understand Jesus Christ is because he doesn't go towards Jesus Christ to learn about Jesus Christ. I mean, he doesn't go and seek it out. I mean, now, I understand no matter what that he will live for the next 5 years, because that's what he said. Or else he made the goal with me to live for the next 5 years. And now he has a passion for something. I asked him. I understand that when he said the movie career or something like that, I understand that he has a passion to grow. And those ideas he gives, or else those ideas he gives me is his passions. Or else he wants to go and lead people. Or else he just said that. I understand or else he wants to lead, or else he wants to grow. But he doesn't want to grow in the way I grow, is what he's saying. I mean, do you understand? Or else he doesn't want to be like me. Or else he wants to be himself. Or else that's what he's looking for. But I go around him so that he finds himself. I understand either way. I understand that what's important is in this conversation, I lead him in a way to Jesus Christ, but he denies Jesus Christ. Or else now, either way, I understand that no matter what, I make him accept Jesus Christ again by making him grow. And how did I make him grow? I asked him a question and I said, do you want to grow though? And he said, I do. Or else now he put his eyes, I promise you, he put the I first in this situation, and that's how he accepts Jesus Christ now. I mean, do you understand? Because if you don't accept Jesus Christ, you don't deserve to live life then. I promise you, it's that simple. You have to accept Jesus Christ. You have to accept me. You have to accept everybody. I mean, understand that. I mean, understand that whatever's important every single day is making sure that you go and do something spontaneous about yourself every single day. I mean, take yourself out and make sure that you're growing. I mean, make sure that you're writing something down all the time about your life. You have to write about your life. You have to go and do some entrepreneurship every single day. You have to understand that no matter what, I'm always better than everything, and I'm better than you. I'm better than life. I'm better than life itself, because I understand I have to be. You have to be better than me. You have to be better than life itself all the time. But make sure you're always inviting people to have a nice, beautiful talk with them, and make sure either way that you understand that there's a big difference with my microphone right here. I understand that one microphone, I will say, and I'll just show you a beautiful example. Do you hear me? Do you hear me? I will now go and let's say I'll turn up the volume over here. I mean now, this one here and this one here. I mean this one here, I mean what's the difference? I mean I'll turn this one down. I'll turn it down a bit, and now, and now. I mean what's the difference? I mean now, I mean now, I mean now, I mean now. I understand that when I turn down this beautiful microphone, I turn it down to the level that the microphone of this one is, because I want to be level with them in my communication. I mean, do you understand? Whereas if I turn the other microphone up to 100%, but my microphone here is on 50%, whereas he will be heard much more than me. So what do? I get his microphone so that he becomes my level. So that he becomes level-headed in terms of life, in terms of I understand now. I want everybody to listen to this nice, beautiful audio in a leveled audio in terms of I understand anything that's level. I understand that's the only way. I understand anything that's really much more than yesterday is making sure that you understand that. You must understand that if you want more, you must understand more. You must understand what you are every single day. You must go and do something that's you have to do something that's really credible about your life. I mean, what makes you credible and what gets you that reputation that you need? I mean, that's a public speaking service that you need. I understand. I thank you. I understand every single day when you go and do that for yourself, you understand no matter what that you go and really teach people that you understand that these microphones now are level. And that's the whole point, because if his microphone is louder than mine, otherwise it's out of balance. You have to understand that. So either way, I make it more balanced. I make it more in balance. I understand that when I make it more in balance, I make sure I go do my nice, beautiful life now. I understand that this is life, guys. So realize I've been a graduate. I'm still a graduate of life. I'm still a student. I'm still understanding that life is something special in my life. But understand that I understand where people are coming from when they talk to me. You must be able to interview people, but ask about their life so that you can understand them. I understand that when I asked this gentleman some questions, I asked him about 10 questions. I understand he points me exactly to who he is every single question that he answers. I exactly see who he is right now. I understand that he has a long way to go to get to my stage. I understand for the next 12 months, I understand that individual will not make a YouTube channel. I promise you, I can see by his words. I realize he said for the next 12 months he will be doing something else other than YouTube and social media. I understand that either way, that he will be following me though. I mean, he's going to be following me for the rest of his life. I understand that. I understand he actually said that. I understand he said, I'll give you a follow. I understand exactly when I talk to you. I understand every word you say. I understand every move you make. When I ask you questions, and more questions, I'll understand you more. And that's how you live life. You live life by asking more questions. You have to understand, when I ask even more questions, I understand, when I ask even more questions than that, I get more confident about the individual I am, I get more intellectual, I get more emotional ability, and I start to really public speak before New Year's Day, in terms of before New Year's Eve. I understand in 2 hours time, I say Happy New Year's Eve. I understand it's just 2 hours away. I understand either way that what's important is go and live your life to the fullest and know your I.